Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel, HEKATE'S Daughter. It is your girl, Azria. And if you are not on Twitter and not aware of the shit show going on over there, you're probably wondering why this video has anything to do with FFG. And that's because I have crowned FFG 2024's new lol cow. She is more lol cow than four Chantels on top of four cows in a pasture, all laughing hysterically. Okay, this bitch is more lol cow than every lol cow person in this space multiplied by infinity. All right, and I'll explain why. But not only do I find her to be lol cow, I also find her to be damaging, a liar, manipulative, and desperate. The lengths that she goes to demonize people that she has an issue with, whether it's her deferred cult members, as I like to call them, or other content creators, is insane to me. And so I've decided I'm going to ride her ass into the sunset. Okay, so let's just get right into it because y'all know I don't like to talk a whole lot in the beginning, but I just want to break down how it's going to go. So, for those of you that do not follow me on Twitter and don't know about my pinned tweet, I'm going to read that tweet so you all understand where I'm coming from. Then I'm going to go through the video where I basically prove that she's a liar and the methodologies that she uses to demonize other content creators. And then we're going to go into the RadPlaid situation. So that's how it's going to go. So I am going to put timestamps down below. So if you are following me on Twitter and you're tired of talking about this shit, you can just click on it, go right to RadPlaid. But for those of you that are new, I'm not expecting people to say, like, I'm not going to watch FFG because there are people like her and they're going to keep watching her. But what I do want people to know is that she lies and she's everything that she says everyone else is. And if you want to watch her after that, go right ahead. But y'all think she's like the victim of all victims. I've lost my mom. I've been in an abusive relationship. I saved a cat. And you put her on this pedestal. But she's really from the 10th level of hell. Okay? So let's just get right into my tweet. Fried Gorl is a parasocial cult leader and is the leader of the Gorl Gang Cult. Her motivation is money. She's groomed some members for over an hour a day, every other day, for over 2 years while trauma dumping her grief, depression, loss, domestic abuse, etc. She also engages in manipulation and gaslighting tactics. These trauma bond tactics connect with lonely, vulnerable, and approval seeking subscribers who may have had experienced the same traumas. Then they develop unwavering devotion and trust. Once this bond is strong, she systematically picks those who have bonded to her the most or given the most money and makes them feel special by crowning them moderator and/or starting private Discord groups to solidify their attachment to her. She creates a safe space with the freedom to use racial slurs, etc., while collecting information to weaponize if they defer. When FFG feels intimidated or slighted by a content creator or member, she attacks through her remaining members and her platform on YouTube and Twitter. Deferring from her cult can be as simple as supporting another content creator or questioning her. Then, FFG is able to continue her narrative about the deferred member while instilling fear in the remaining members. Ultimately, she completely victimizes herself and villainizes her target. She has also weaponized social issues to villainize content creators, who she refers to as aunties, or deferred members. Froggy, she used domestic abuse. Charlie Gold, she used anti Semitism. Raven, she used that she was a TERF who owns guns. Yo Mama, a drug addict who abuses his wife and children. Pew-Pew Tasha, who she calls trash bag, mental illness. And RadPlaid, her most recent target, racism and bullying. And let's not forget Unicorn Pondue and more. She either has no proof to back up her accusations or she manipulates receipts while using her members' help. She gaslights her members into believing she's the perpetual victim. Every dynamic she creates is for her benefit. When FFG is caught in a lie about any situation and or questioned, she blocks the questioning cult member and or announces she's no longer addressing the issue. And they all accept it without question and defend her because they're cult members and have lost all independent and critical thinking. Here's an example of her tactics. The footage below is regarding Froggy, who was a closest online friend 2 years ago. It's from her second live stream celebrating 5,000 subscribers. You'll see she used the same emotional manipulation in the RadPlaid situation, demonizing Rad as a racist and exclaiming love for Jen, Bambi, and Sphinx. Oh, and Nemi, forgot that one. Look closely. There are no tears in the clip below, and you'll see her real motivation towards the end. And then this was my little personal message, which I'm going to read before we get into the video. FFG, you are a bigger problem than most realize because your mask has slipped. Everything about you is a lie. You are a bully and a cantankerous menace online and in real life. Inserting yourself in real life, doxing, and attempting to damage other people's credibility online IRL is fucked and not trolling. I'm on your ass until you stop. And don't think I won't go to the media either. A parasocial cult would be interesting, I'm sure. Also, I see you editing videos. Where's the crying and manipulation from the RadPlaid exposing video? Were you embarrassed by yo mama for seeing through your shtick? It's too late, Frenchie. Everything is downloaded. Enjoy this video for now, still collecting and organizing receipts. So one thing you're going to notice is that in the video we're about to watch, I had to insert Yo Mama, who was reacting to her bullshit when she was lying about RadPlaid, because she went back and removed it because she knows she's obvious and everybody's calling her out for her shit. And I'm going to be pausing and inserting myself. So that's how we're going to do it. I'm going to treat it like a reaction video so that when I go towards her other videos, I can at least insert the receipts while I'm doing the reaction. It'll be much easier that way.
Hey girls, how is everybody? I'm trying to stay calm today. We're not going to have the crazy manic energy that I had during my first live stream. There was some stuff kind of going on behind the scenes that day that nobody really knew. So anyway, I want to explain some stuff to you guys today. We're going to get into all of that. I just really want to say, guys, this is our little celebration. I hit 5,000 subs last night.
Okay, so I'm going to pause this because I want to point stuff out before you watch it so that you pay attention to what's going on. So she says that there's something that's going on behind the scenes, right? But she doesn't talk about it yet. Instead, what she's going to do is basically engage in grooming behaviors, right? Where she's love bombing her audience so that when she drops whatever receipts she has, whatever story she's about to tell, everybody is in a very, I don't know, empathetic state. You know what I mean? Feeling sorry for her, ready to have her back. And this is very purposeful. And she does this all the time.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. My sense of humor is an acquired taste. A lot of people just I am not their cup of tea. And to think that there's like 5,000 of you guys who kind of, you get me, okay? I absolutely love that. You guys are fucking bomb, okay? Thank you guys so much. It's so cool to like find your tribe. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I'm harsh. You guys fucking get it. And I love that. It blows my mind, guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Joe and
So how many times are you going to say thank you? And what she does here as well is she makes everybody feel like they're included in a group, right? Nobody gets me, but you guys get me. I thank you so much. I found my tribe, right? So right there, everyone in there, we love you, Frenchie. Yeah, girl gang. She knows what she's doing here. And also notice that while she's doing all her grooming bullshit, that's when the super chats start flying in.
and Don Bishop, thank you so much for the super sticker. I love you guys. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. It's been a lot for a shy person. You get what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I love this little community that we have formed. Okay, French Fried Gang. You guys are amazing. Carissa McCoy, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate your sense of humor. Like, you guys are like me, and I love that. Heather Marie, thank you so much for the super chat. Some Dainty Belgie, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Raven Nevermore, thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really appreciate you guys. Adele Bell Rose, thank you so much for the super chat. Lydia J, thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really appreciate it. Okay, so guys, I just want to explain what happened during my.
All right, we see what happened here. So she groomed the shit out of her audience. We are together. We're one. We're a community. Okay, you're just like me. You think like me, which means that when I tell you what I'm about to tell you, you're going to get it because you get me. Get it? Yeah.
My first ever live stream. First of all, I'm a very shy person. I'm an introvert. Ooh, my heart is racing. Okay. Ooh. So Before my first ever live stream, right? May 1st, I was going live at 4 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, my phone started blowing up. Messages and calls and messages and calls from all kinds of crazy numbers from the States. They were American numbers, okay? Everybody knows Froggy had my phone number.
So right off the bat, notice how she's like talking about her story and she's saying, I'm nervous, anxiety. So everybody in the chat who has anxiety, they're going to relate to her, right? They're going to feel empathy.
Froggy was my closest online friend, okay? With 1 hour to go before my first live stream, when my anxiety was already through the roof, Froggy started harassing my phone and texting me my ex's name, saying how he misses me.
Does this make any sense to anybody here? So where's the rest of the story? Just an hour before you were about to go live, when you were already so anxious about going live, your friend of 2 years just started messaging you your man's name. Does that make any sense to anybody? Let's just say y'all were with somebody named Chris, okay? An abusive relationship. And then your friend starts going, Chris misses you. Chris misses you. Chris loves you. An hour before you go live. How does that doesn't make any sense. It's bullshit.
He loves me. Don't you miss me? Like, really just trying to get into my head.
Okay, so I'm going to rewind that a little bit so that you guys can hear the slip up that she did, all right?
And texting me my ex's name, saying how he misses me, he loves me, don't you miss me? Like,
why would Froggy be texting you, don't you miss me? Do you see that? Now, I don't deny that she was getting text messages from her ex, but what I find that this liar likes to do is mix in the truth with a lie because then it helps her keep her story, right? If your whole story is a lie, it's going to be difficult to remember. But if some of it's true and some of it's a lie, then it's easier to remember. So I'm pretty sure she got text messages from her ex and he was saying, don't you miss me? Which is exactly why she slipped up and said, Froggy was texting her, don't you miss me? Why would Froggy be texting in first person asking if you miss her if she's talking about your man?
Really just trying to get into my head. And guys, it worked, okay? Ken Hughes, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. With less than an hour to go before I had to go live for the first time and I was panicking already, I was in the bathroom, hyperventilating, having a panic attack in my bathtub. I have irrational anxiety when it comes to my ex.
All right. So you see how she's grooming her audience right now? She's connecting on so many levels. We're talking about fear. We're talking about anxiety. We're talking about domestic abuse. It's basically the equivalent to asking someone what their favorite color is and then going, oh, let me guess, orange, red, purple, green, blue, yellow, neon, right? Because obviously you're going to guess at some point. Right? And so these people think, oh my God, you're connecting with me. I've been through the same thing. But she's been through everything. She knows what she's doing. She wants everyone to connect to her on a trauma bond level, which is why she talks about all this stuff all the time.
And I'm afraid, okay? She knows that. And she used that day, okay? Kathy Bite 06, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. Sometimes it snows in April. Thank you so much for the super chat. We should really appreciate you guys. Tracy M, thank you guys so much. I really.
All right, y'all see it? You know how she keeps going on victimizing herself? The more super chats are coming in, right? Because people are connecting with her. But they don't ask themselves like, why are you and Froggy? I don't understand. Like, she just started messaging you a bunch of shit. That's what I couldn't understand when I was watching this. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Clearly something is missing from this.
Really appreciate you guys. I'm hyperventilating. I'm panic attacking in the bathroom, okay? I just wanted to cancel. I didn't want to do it. But I didn't want to like let her win. So I sucked it up and I came live, okay? It was okay. It started out okay. I was able, like I was having fun. I had manic energy that day. It really was the panic attack that I had just had and what I had gone through. The live started out okay. And after a while, there was a couple of trolls that came into the chat.
Okay, and don't worry, I'm going to be showing you guys the chat. But it's like, do you see how many different connections now she's fostering with people through trauma bond? Domestic abuse, we have a friendship going wrong, we have panic attacks, we have anxiety, we have introverted, we have so many. Come on, everybody, every single person in that chat will be like, God damn, I'm just like FFG. We're sisters.
And they just kept putting my ex's name into the chat and saying how much he missed me and just messing with my head. And if you guys remember, I was already so overwhelmed in the first live and trying to keep up. Fuck, I'm really sorry. I don't even want her to get this much out of me, you know? I'm really sorry, you guys. This was supposed to be a party, and I go and cry. Oh, man, I suck. I was going.
There she is getting empathy again. Oh, I'm sorry. I suck, man. We're supposed to be having fun and I'm crying because I'm so hurt. Where are the tears? This woman is literally taking the back of her hand and drying dryness. Not a single tear has fallen from the top of her goddamn eyeball to her chin. Nothing. And so far, does her story make any sense? So you, Froggy, out of nowhere starts messaging you, your ex's name, and was getting people to call from multiple numbers from all around the states. And then she got with a bunch of people and said, hey, let's all jump into FFG's chat and just start messaging her ex-boyfriend's name. Yeah. What? Why? Where did this come from?
What's going on? Everything's okay. I start seeing his name in the comments, going in the live chat, and I couldn't. I started shutting down. And I just wanted to turn everything off, but I didn't want to let her win. I didn't want her to have that power over me, but I couldn't look at the chat anymore. So that's why I couldn't even acknowledge everybody's questions and super chats and everything. And I
Raise your hand if you've seen a single tear from this girl's eyes. Not even one. Her eyes aren't even watery. Yeah, she's managing to get, put her little acting shoes on and get a little bit of I don't know, nasal get a little nasally there, but she's not crying.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. It seemed like I was uninterested or like I just didn't care. Just to be able to go on that day, I couldn't look at the chat anymore.
Okay, so before we get into her first live stream, so what she's claiming now is that she had a panic attack 1 hour before her live stream, okay? She's being basically attacked by her friend Froggy, who's just throwing her ex's name out there because she wants to ruin her first live stream, I guess. I don't fucking know what the point is she's trying to say. And she's acting like, I just couldn't look at the chat, guys. That's why I couldn't pay attention to your super chats. I was just so manic. And there were people in there and there were trolls and they were just throwing my ex's name on there. All right. Now let's watch her first live stream. And don't you worry, I will be showing the chat.
You guys hear me? Is everything okay? I've never done this before. You know. Please tell me that everybody just saw Chantal's live. How's it going, Gabby? Ça va, ma belle? My favorite thing. There's something to Twitter that's just, ooh, I like it. Call me sick if you want to. I kind of understand that. I know I just missed a ton of super chats. I'm really sorry. I don't even know how to go back that far, guys. I don't know because I'm like shaking. As long as Gigi sees the video before it's taken down, I could not care. I just wanted to roast them. Like,
okay, so far we are not seeing anything, all right? And you can feel free to go back to her channel and watch it because it's still there. And if you want to watch the whole thing and look at the chat, you'll see. And even if she were to say, well, I went back and deleted it, there would still be people in the chat saying, why the fuck is people in here just dropping someone's random name, right? Wouldn't there be people asking questions like, hey, who's this person? Why is this name keep coming up? Wouldn't there be a moderator blocking them? There's nothing. Everything is just smooth sailing, all right? Because the bitch is alive.
It was so cathartic. I can't even tell you guys how good it made me feel to get him. Now the channel's a little bit legit, guys. We're like, I'm almost at 3,000 subs, right? The roasts aren't going anywhere. I will always be an anti. That's the game plan. Any of them wants to start with me? No problem. Hit your record button like I had to do to get that freaking video on you, Negs. And he loves Caillou. So we got the Caillou doll jacket.
Okay, y'all seeing this? She's pulling out props. She's laughing her ass off. Her whole chat is laughing. She's not even looking at the chat. She never was looking at the chat. Okay, she didn't even acknowledge a super chat from the beginning of the stream. So where are the trolls? Where are the trolls that have been like inciting your trauma?
So I have to write some shit down. Hang on, bear with me. Oh, guys, that was a lot. I'm sorry. I'm very nervous, but when I start talking, I can't stop. You guys are awesome. We really do have the best community on the internet.
And there she goes with her grooming again, right?
And never let the other side convince you that we're not.
And see her language there, that's very purposeful. So we have the best community on the internet, and don't let the other side. So right away, she's putting it into their heads that if you fuck with me, you don't fuck with them. And that's her mentality until this day. And that was 2 years ago.
That when the shit starts to hit the fan on the other side, they cannibalize each other. It's happened twice in the past 2 weeks alone. If you're still here, I swear to God, I'm going to make you a freaking Twitter account. I need my Montreal gang on Twitter. Come on. Anyway, they pretend like they don't understand why I'm doing this. It's because of them that I'm doing this. They forced this on the community. We have Superior Joe and we will have Secondary Joe. And that's just the way things will be. And I say 75% because 25% of that fucking crazy is on Twitter.
Yeah, actually, 25% is on YouTube and 75% is on Twitter. And you'll notice that she felt it was really important to push. She needs her Montreal gang on Twitter. Come on, which will make sense later on because she uses Twitter to harass people, whether it's other creators or people that stand up to her or people that ask questions. She engages in doxing, like everything I mentioned in my tweet. This is why she's pushing people on YouTube to be her Montreal gang on Twitter.
Terror. For the love of God, go back, man. Anyway. Ooh, I got sick of missing all the fun. So that's what brought me back to Twitter. So that's a thank you to the Gaming Ground for bringing his biggest troll. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching today. And I'll see you in the next one. There's definitely a video coming out because this fuckery needs to be documented. All right. So we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
Raise your hand if you saw any anxiety, any, oh my God, I just had like a panic attack an hour before I went on. Where, FFG? Where? Now, I'm pretty sure somebody, I hope to God, somebody in the stream that we just watched and we're going to keep watching where she's blaming Froggy for bullshit is going to realize like I was there and I don't remember none of that shit. And they're either going to go back and watch it and then be like, let me get out of here because this bitch is a lie. But I have a feeling that most of them won't because they feel connected with her. They feel like they trust her and they don't question anything that she has to say.
You know, I almost didn't even want to talk about her today. I don't even want to give her this much power.
Are y'all seeing this? I had to pause it again. Do you see how she's acting right now? And I'm showing this on purpose because it's basically the same as the RadPlaid situation. Look at the emotion, the fake crying, okay? Like she's so traumatized and hurt. It's all a fucking lie. That's the kind of person you're dealing with.
But I feel like people need to know because she is back worming her way into this community on the other side.
So now you can see that all that shit about, oh, everything that she did, reaching out to her, giving her anxiety, bringing up her domestic abuse so that she could stress her out, all of that was just because Froggy was on the other side.
And I've kept my silence, okay? Froggy is poison. Froggy is a poison who uses people's weaknesses. She gets into your head. She manipulates into you, into your life.
This is FFG describing herself, okay? This is exactly what she does. And then she keeps receipts on you and she drops it when the time is right for her, which would be if you ever stand up to her or piss her off.
Your life, to learn your weaknesses, to be able to use them against you. We saw it when she suicide baited Lauren. Why would you do that to Lauren? Because you're going for that person's weakness. She picks on somebody who has an eating disorder's weight, and she picked on my ex because she knows I'm a strong person. I don't cry. I feel like it's such an asshole here.
All right. So are we seeing this now? So now she's brought in self-harm and weight issues, which we know is like 90% of her chat, right? But what do we have? Anxiety, depression, domestic abuse, being introverted. This is like at least 6 different things now she's used to connect with her audience who are going to have unwavering devotion to her after. Oh, so hard FFG. Oh my God. I can't believe Froggy would text you your ex's name over and over again. Like what?
Well, here I'm sitting on YouTube crying like an asshole. I was showing her the power that she had over me. But it's not her power over me. It was his power over me. And that's over. Okay. In June 17th, it'll be 2 years that I'm free. This
I can't. Somebody get this bitch an Oscar. Is it an Oscar or a Grammy? One of them motherfuckers, okay? Please get. It'll be 2 years that I'm free. I'm free, girl.
little snake just had to use it against me. Anyway, you know what? She got the best of me during my first live stream. I will never let her get the best of me again. And I hope that the other side, who are right now just happy to have this little snake talking and giving them the info they're looking for.
Wow, look how quickly the tears have vanished, y'all. Wasn't she just having a breakdown about 3.5 seconds ago? Now, Froggy, that little snake who's on the other side, giving them the info that they're looking for, that's her problem. All right. For whatever reason, she might be afraid that Froggy is about to start dropping some receipts on that ass. And so she made sure to demonize her and say, well, she victimized me. You can't trust her, guys. Don't believe anything she has to say. And also, shout out to the other side. Don't trust her either. Don't believe anything she has to say because she likes to pick on people who go through domestic abuse issues and who have eating disorders and who self-harm. Okay. You can't trust that bitch. Do you see how she uses these issues to demonize people? I don't believe a goddamn word that came out of her mouth just now.
I hope they all are being more careful with their info and secrets than we were, because we thought she was a friend. We didn't think she was a snake infiltrated on our side. And now that she's gone, we've been able to see who the real snake is in our little Twitter community. It has been crystal clear since she's been gone who the poison really was. I'm going to leave it at that.
Another thing I'd like you guys to notice is that simultaneously, right, while she demonizes Froggy, she also weaponizes her same cult members because now her Twitter gang is going to be on Twitter talking shit about Froggy, basically pushing FFG's narrative around. Okay. If you've got 6 people all saying the same thing on Twitter, people are going to believe it. And not only are people going to believe it, but those that do ride for her are going to believe what she said about Froggy. And they're going to have 10 times more hate towards somebody because of their own shit. If you were domestically abused and this issue happened between Froggy and FFG, you should just be like, wow, it's fucked up and keep it moving. But not these cult members. Okay. They had their ass on over to Twitter where their friggin' cult leader told them to go, their Twitter gang, their girl gang. And they start harassing the person that's being spoken about. And ultimately what happens is that Froggy's not going to come out and speak her piece or engage in anyone because she doesn't want to get doxxed. She doesn't want to be harassed. She doesn't want rumors spread about her. She doesn't want people calling her workplace. She doesn't want to lose any other friends she has in the community. And she also will not be coming forward with any receipts that she has because she's like, listen, if I start with these people, they're fucking crazy. They're going to ruin anything that I have online that I love. So let me just not even drop receipts. Let me just disappear, which is what she does all the time. And when anyone fights back and shows the receipts in return, that's when she drops it. Okay, all of a sudden, when Charlie Golden, you had your thing going on and Charlie hit you with the wow on her video and showed all the receipts, you didn't want to talk about it anymore, right? Because you don't want your cult members to go looking for information to say, I want to know about this drama. Let me go find out what Charlie Gold's talking about. So instead, you label her an anti-Semitic, right? So that they don't want anything to do with her. They won't even want to hear her side.
Just wanted to explain to you guys why I zoned right out of the chat last time. I had to. I just wanted to close everything and be done. Okay. I couldn't give her that. Anyway, moving right along.
I mean, really, look how quickly, all right? She was just reliving the trauma of a panic attack induced by a 2-year online friend about an ex who was abusive towards her. And this bitch went into friggin' super chat collect mode faster than I don't even know. Okay?
Let's not go with the downers here, okay? This is a fun time. Everybody drinks up, J's up, have fun. But that was heavy. That was heavy. That was really hard. Okay. Really, really hard.
Did y'all see that? Let me rewind that just a little bit.
This is a fun time. Everybody drinks up, J's up, have fun. But that was heavy. That was heavy. That was really hard. Okay. Really, really hard.
Yeah, it was really hard for me to lie to you in your fucking faces like that, guys. So hard. But anyway, drinks up, J's up. Come on, you know what time it is. Send them super chats. Don't you know I'm a victim of domestic disputes whose friend really stabbed her in the back and started talking shit? Don't you realize that? Send me the super chats. Come on. We're a team, okay? We are a girl gang members here. We are a community. We got to support each other. All right? Give me your money. Give me your money.
Really hard. Okay, I missed a ton of super chats, guys. Ilham A, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. Keegs, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Brittany Bar, really appreciate you. Guys, I know I missed a ton. Bookshop Diaries, thank you guys. Okay, back to you guys, because you guys are bomb.
So after she's done collecting the money and lying right into their eyeballs, she is now back to the grooming, okay, with the love bombing. You guys are bomb. Even though I told you guys are bomb and I don't know any of you motherfuckers outside of this, you guys are bomb, man. You're just like me. I don't know y'all, but you're just like me. But you know what I do know? That y'all be giving you your money. You be giving me your money, and I love it, okay? Come on, bomb. Let's do this, okay? We're all suffering from the same things, okay? We are a team. Get on over to Twitter, guys. Get on over to Twitter.
As much as I just showed you such a vulnerability, Jasmine Wilder, thank you so much for the super chat. I feel like I can show you guys those kind of vulnerabilities. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys get me. You know, everybody has a weak spot, right? She just got mine. We're human, right? Space Setter 1, thank you so much for the super chat. I really
Are you guys hearing this bullshit? Please show me anybody else in this space that has ever been talking to their fucking group of people like that. Please. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so, so much. You're just like me. I was showing you my vulnerabilities. It's weird. And only people who are in need of having any kind of dynamic, whether it's parasocial or not, if they feel alone, if they feel like they relate to her based on the 952 issues she brought up in a 10-second span, then they're going to have her back and be giving her their money and be devoted to her.
really appreciate it. Topaz T, really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much, girl, for the super chat. Okay. Let me check the notes. We don't miss anything. No, it's just the Froggy thing.
Did y'all see that evil ass smile that she gave at the end? She was so pleased with herself, huh? Because she knows that the whole chat is like up her arse and doesn't even realize she's a lying ass bitch. And yes, I'm going to be using that term a lot. So if you have a problem, I'm sorry.
You know what? I don't even want to go there. Just don't want to go there anymore. It's trauma. Everybody has trauma. We get past trauma. We're grown ass people. I don't focus on what you went through. You focus on how you're healing and how you survived it.
Are you hearing this? Do you hear this? It's trauma, guys. But it's just trauma. Like, I'm sorry. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, but it's the trauma of it all, you know? But we just get past it.
Chrome, thank you so, so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Okay, just one more thing I will say. Thanks to Froggy and what she did to our little group.
All right, here is where I need y'all to pay attention. And I just inserted a clip from Yo Mama's stream after this, so you guys can see how everything it's identical. She does the identical thing when she has a problem with a deferred cult member. All right, pay attention, y'all. Pay attention.
I have found 3 fantastic online friends, and I'm going to call them out by name. Lauren, Vanessa, and Lil Git. I love you guys. And if it wasn't for Froggy, I would have never met you guys. Jen, Nemi,
talk to me,
Bambi, and Sphinxy. I love you guys. And thank you so much for everything. There's a silver.
This is not a coincidence what you've just seen. What she's doing here is strengthening the attachment between her and the moderators that she's crowned them as moderators. These are people that she considers to be special, right? They have their little private Discord groups. They text, they talk on the phone, whatever the fuck, okay? And now she's saying she loves them. Have you ever met any of these people? You guys were all up in the chat. I love you, FFG. We love you. It's weird. Go find someone to love. Matter of fact, love yourselves. Try loving yourselves first, and maybe you won't get played like a motherfucker with this girl.
Silver lining to every shitty situation in life, and you guys are my silver lining. I love you guys. Ali Angel, thank you so, so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So here's what I did. Last night when I hit 5K, I got all excited.
So, and you see how them super chats keep rolling in, right? And I didn't even bother looking at the live chat replay. Feel free to head over to her channel before she deletes the shit or removes stuff. But I'm pretty sure we love you too, FFG. Oh, Froggy's a horrible person. Here's $20. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like so many things are happening at once that it's fucked when you really look at it. So, what's about to come up now is the real motivation for why she's lying about Froggy. Everything she just said, all that shit, all that fake crying, all that, oh, I had a panic attack. And I know I'm repeating myself because I want you guys to realize like how like this bitch is crazy. Okay. But anyway, all that stuff was because of this reason, which we're going to figure out now.
I went right on Twitter to throw it in Peanut's face, When I started like gaining a few subs, it became a joke on Twitter with the girls. We were just going to take out Peanut. We just wanted to beat Peanut because this whole thing started as an anti thing. I was here to burn the antis, remember?
Okay, remember that she said that shit, all right? And just remember that the antis or anybody who's just not in her group, not in, whether it's another creator she has a problem with. Why? Because they're more successful. Just like she said, she was just there to beat Peanut. That's all she wanted to do was beat Peanut and burn the antis to the ground like some nut. And this has been her motivation ever since she hit up the YouTube space.
Remember? So yeah, you know what? We smoked Peanut. We're about to lap Peanut. So I don't want to sound greedy or anything. I'm going for certain antis number next. I'm not going to call them out by name, but you guys like use your imaginations. You know who it is.
Now, I have no idea what that means. How do you go for certain antis number next? Is it by labeling them an anti-Semitic or a drug addict or a woman abuser or insane? How do you do that when it's a parasocial dynamic? Is it just by lying like you normally do? What do you mean by this? And it's kind of funny how you're in a live stream, you're talking to a bunch of people in the stream, but you don't even have to mention who you're talking about. Why? Because the majority of these motherfuckers are on Twitter engaging in your maniacal behavior where you attack people. So you don't need to say any name on the stream because they already know what your private discords and your group chats and your text messages and your subliminal tweets, and they already know who you're talking about. You're weird, FFG. And you use these people that are desperate as fuck for a connection to be your little cult members to just do your bidding.
If it wasn't for Gigi making that video about me, I would have never done this. Everything changed when he made that video. And I made my response. For the first time in 3 years, I had a drink.
Here we go.
I'm just going to say sometimes when you're in very volatile relationships, you don't want to drink because things like shit hits the fan real quick out of nowhere, 0 to 100 real fast, right? You can never be out of control. So I stopped drinking. I just never drank. And I didn't drink for 3 years. And when Gigi made that video.
Do you see how this bitch is now using alcoholism? Now, oh, well, I didn't want to drink because I was in an abusive relationship, but now, I couldn't be myself. But then when I saw that video that Gigi made, even though I quit drinking for 3 years, Gigi's video made me want to get drunk. Fucking Gigi.
I went and got some gin and tonic, and you know what? I had a drink, and I sat down, and I made my response video, and it was like over the top. And I sent, at the time, my best online friend, Froggy, I sent her the link to the video, and I told her, girl, watch my video. Tell me what you think. Lisa Mitch, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. And I told her, listen, Froggy, I don't want to make an ass of myself on the internet, okay? If you think the video sucks, if you think I went too far and I'm just like a drunk girl slurring her words, acting like a fool, you tell me. It'll stay unlisted. We'll pass around the link just to the girls on Twitter. We'll all have a laugh, but it'll stay between us.
Lies. You're lying. Do you know why you're lying? You just said that you sat down, you had one gin and tonic, okay? How would you be so drunk that you're slurring your words? Give me a break. This conversation between you and Froggy never fucking happened. You didn't ask her shit, all right?
And Miss Enabler Froggy watched my video and went, release it, release it.
And here she is again. Now, Froggy is an enabler because you're a grown ass woman, right? You decided that you were going to have one gin and tonic and get so hammered that you made a reply video to Gigi. And now it's Froggy's responsibility. She's enabling you because you were intoxicated when you made the video. And she should have come to your rescue and said, no, 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 you're so drunk. But because she's an enabling, fucking domestic dispute loving ass bitch, she didn't warn me.
Miss Hussey, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. Anyway, I found out like 2 months later that behind the scenes, Froggy and Gigi had already made peace. Froggy had been in contact with Gigi behind my back. Like, well, not behind my back, like she didn't.
And there you have it. And there you have it. It took how many fucking minutes for her to tell the real reason why she has a problem with Froggy? All of that shit that she was saying before, the anxiety, the panic attacks in the bathtub, domestic assault, alcoholism, enabling behaviors, etc. It all had to do with behind her back, but not behind my back, because you don't have to tell me anything, but not behind my back, but behind my back, but not really behind my back. Yeah, that's your fucking problem. And you feel like because you feel betrayed because you're insane and you don't think anyone who talks to you should be talking to other creators, right? You thought that this was appropriate, that you were going to label her as someone who, I don't even know what the fuck the label would be. You're just using domestic abuse to villainize her. And you think that's okay because you're missing brain cells. You need help.
Didn't owe me anything. She didn't have to tell me shit. But the point is, if I made a video grilling the shit out of somebody that you had now made peace with, would you not try to talk me out of releasing the video? She's a shit stirrer. She can't help herself. That's why she did it. Purple Sneakers, thank you so much. Herxy, thank you.
That's why she did what? Do you see how, come on. This woman is, her marbles are just all over the floor, spilled out of the bucket. They're everywhere. What did Froggy owe you? Okay. She is whether she's a content creator, I don't know, or she's a moderator. She's a human being who's on the internet, who likes YouTube. She converses with Gigi. She talks to you. And because she didn't tell you that she was conversing with Gigi, probably because she knows how you act, you've suddenly found out. And now all of this bullshit, and you finally get to the heart of the matter. You're mad because Froggy was talking to someone else. And even though she says, oh, not behind my back, right? Because she let it slip. Because when you're a liar and you're pathological at it, you can't really help yourself when you slip up because you let your true emotions come out at some point. But there it is. She feels betrayed by Froggy, y'all. And that's why she used domestic assault to label Froggy as a horrible human being. Can you believe that shit? And the reason why I'm going in and in about this is because she did the same thing with RadPlaid, which I'll show you.
Thank you so much for the super chat. My own captain, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. So yeah, Little Miss Enabler tells me release the.
Okay, what a perfect time to pause it. So let's take a look at what the chat is saying after we just witnessed all that lying, all that manipulation, all that grooming. And the real reason was she was mad Froggy was talking to Gigi. The first goddamn super chat for $5. I want to be your best friend. Love you, girl. Now, Herxy girl, I don't know how old you are because I can't really tell from that profile, but bitch, go touch some grass, okay? You need to walk your dog, pet your cat, get a man, get a woman, whatever you're into, pray, conduct a satanic ritual, whatever, do something besides this. Like, you don't know her. You don't know her. You want to be her best friend and you love her. You don't know her. This is parasocial. This is weird. All right, let's look at the one underneath the "you're awesome." Look at all these awesome people in the chat. Love y'all. Okay, so do you see what's happening here? Not only are they trauma bonding and connecting with FFG, but now they're trauma bonding and connecting with each other. I'm pretty sure there are people in there. I should have screenshot that, but I didn't. Maybe I will still. People in there going like, oh my gosh, I understand. My ex-boyfriend, he did the same thing, or my ex-girlfriend, she did the same thing. And they're all bonded together in this fucking weird cult where they have lost all reasoning. They don't question anything. Nobody's saying, bitch, that story about Froggy doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay? Why? Why would she start messaging you? I keep saying this over and over again. Why would she wait until 3 p.m. to start sending you your ex-man's name? Like, this doesn't make sense because as Judge Judy, my favorite, says, if it don't make sense, it's because it ain't true. All right, and let's look at PA Girl, what she got to say. Imagine sucking up to Gigi. All right, so we got one person. We already know they're against Froggy. Get what I'm saying, where I'm going with this shit?
The video. I released the video. I had 200 subs at the time. That was like, what, a month and something ago, right?
And look at that, a moderator. What a coincidence, it's a moderator. She never had good intentions. Remember this stuff when we're talking about the RadPlaid video, and you'll see the behavior of the moderators, especially Tweet T's fucking crazy ass, all right? How they like to push the narrative on behalf of their cult leader. How do you know Froggy never had good intentions? Who the hell are you? You know Froggy? Fucking weird. And now that she's pushing this narrative, she's got her moderators pushing the narrative. And don't you think the people in the chat are going to read it and they're all going to walk away with Froggy's an evil bitch? Don't trust anything she says. She never had good intentions. She always planned on texting FFG, her ex's name, before her first live stream. She had this in the works. Fucking dumb.
Right. And here we are. Last night, we hit 5,000 French Fried Gang Gang. And here we are. Like, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. You guys.
Look at this. Here is a prime example of what I mean. Shaking but not stirred cat. We all hate Gigi now. You see? See what I'm saying now? I'm sure you guys can see it now, right? If we were looking at each other, we'd be doing that thing where you know my two fingers point to my two eyes and they point to your two eyes. We see what's going on with you, FFG. Okay? And these desperate, lonely people. Why would you all hate Gigi now? Why?
You guys are fucking bomb. You get the humor. I love that we get each other. Okay. Oh, you guys are amazing.
Yes, FFG, we heard you. How many times has this woman now said this? Isn't this weird, y'all? This has to be what, the 17th, 20th time now. I love you. You get me. I love you guys. I appreciate you so, so much. I love you. Can you imagine all these no dick getting women up in here who weigh probably 4 pounds less than Chantel that are just falling for this shit?
It's cool to find your spot. A lot of hater nation, and I get it.
Here's another example of how her grooming tactics have an effect on her audience, or cult members, I like to call them. Dorothy Agnes, you speak my past, but you were talking about your own history. Do you see this shit? Duh, obviously she's going to speak your past when she talks about every goddamn thing that anyone could possibly go through. Let's go through the list just one more time. Just one more time. And FFG, I know you're watching this shit. Let's go through the list, FFG, okay? Domestic abuse. She talked about being an introvert. She talked about anxiety. She talked about being manic. She talked about having a panic attack. She talked about feeling betrayed. She talked about trauma. Are you seeing this? 7 things. So no shit, she's speaking to your past. She talked about fucking self-harm. She talked about weight gain. We're at 10 now. We're at fucking 10. Who has she not connected to in this chat?
Like no hate at all. They can't stand me. I go too far. I have the loud mouth. Why is she so crass and tough and that?
And here is another method that this nut uses, which is to minimize her behaviors to her audience. And I think the reason why she does this is because she doesn't want those that are not completely indoctrinated in her chat to bother going over to Twitter and figuring out what the fuck is going on, right? So she minimizes and says, oh, it's because I'm loud and I'm crass and I swear, that's why. No. It's because you are a manipulator. You are a liar. Everything that comes out of your mouth to your audience is a lie. You are mean as fuck. You weaponize social justice issues and try to tarnish people. You're a doxer. You're a bully. You're every bad fucking thing I can possibly say about a human. All right. And it's all being spoken about on Twitter. That's what we're saying over there. Nobody's talking about the fact that you're loud. Bitch, I'm loud. Fucking your mama's louder than everybody. What? Loud? But you know what? That's the result of when she says this. People are like, is that all they're saying? That she's loud? Oh my God. We're all loud. If you can't handle loudness, then too bad for you. Go Gorl Gang Cult. Go Gorl Gang Frenchies, French fries. Love you, Frenchie.
Blah, blah. Always smoking on screen. It's who I am. It's my nature. I'm not going to change it. I'm too old to change. I'm bitter. It's just not going to change at this point. So make Twitters. Get on Twitter. We are growing the gang.
Okay, so the reason why I just put this clip in, and notice how Just Saying's at the bottom saying bye. That's another person she ended up lying about. Cantankerous woman, man. She can't have any dynamic with anybody unless she controls them. But anyway, the reason why I put this clip in where she's once again directing people to go over to Twitter is because once you're over on Twitter and you're following her, you are most definitely fully indoctrinated. All right. And she has people over there like Tweet Tea and Tangy Connoisseur Cheese Pondue and Grandma Spud Bud and whoever else she's got over there right now. Jen Paints, who is now Jen Library, pushing any narrative that she wants and giving legitimacy to her bullshit lies. And the best part about it is then she doesn't have to take any accountability when people start saying anything, right? It wasn't me. I can't control what people do with their Twitter account. These are grown women that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. I can't stop what they do. All I said was to go to Kiwi Farms and take a look. I didn't start spreading around. I didn't make Kiwi Farms. Me. I didn't do it. Distancing herself from the actions. And then as she distances herself and basically can put the blame on all of her cult members are not going to defer or question her or do anything she doesn't want because then you're a racist. Look what you did. Look what Justine did. Look what Froggy did. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Anyway.
All right, so I just turned down the fight music because it was extra as fuck, but I thought it was just so fitting for what she's doing. But this tweet now is about Froggy, and she doesn't mention Froggy in the tweet, but she knows that everybody that follows her on Twitter, all of her cult members knows exactly who she's talking about. And unfortunately, I couldn't see if it was retweeted or not, but I'm pretty sure it was. It's retweeted by people like Tweet Tea, what's her name? Tangy Connoisseur Pondue Cheese, whatever the fuck her name is, and all of her little henchmen in the chat. Those are the people that retweet it and push the narrative, right? So Froggy she's gonna log the fuck off. Exactly. This is a warning to her. All right, so in this tweet, now she's talking about someone else. It's not Froggy, it's Pew-Pew Tasha. And Pew-Pew Tasha is someone who used to be an FFG follower like myself, who realized that she's full of complete shit and started calling her out for it. And instead of just having a back and forth go at it and being like, you know what? I don't like you, bitch. You don't like me. What? Where's your receipts? I can explain everything. She doesn't do that. Instead, she doxes Tasha and then directs her cult to go over to Kiwi Farms and look at all of her information. Oh, and if anyone's interested, Trashbag was doxxed on KF a few days ago, Haydur Nation thread a few days back. Enjoy. Now, we all know FFG, you're the one that did the doxing. You and your minions did the doxing. And now you think you can just do whatever the fuck you want and say it's Kiwi Farms, but it's you. The second tweet is, want to play, you old sack of shit? Let's play. There you go. There's the warning. You see, you fuck with me, you're going to end up on Kiwi Farms, all your business. You want to play? Let's play. Then her final one is, why did Tasha get fired? Must have been pretty bad if she's begging people on Facebook for letters about her character to try to make a case, LOL. She was in oncology, right? A little birdie told me she, at her big age, was stealing painkillers from patients to get high. Are you seeing this shit? And by little birdie, I'm pretty sure she means Tweet Tea. Okay, that is one of her top henchmen. You should see the shit that she engages in. So now you're going to talk about, this is defamation. This is straight up defamation. And now you have tied her real information that's on Kiwi Farms to what you're saying, the defamatory thing that you're saying on Twitter. Why? Because you're hoping somebody finds out where she works and starts spreading information that she's stealing pills from work. And you know this is not true. Because every time you write something, Pew-Pew Tasha responds to you. So are we seeing where she's going, why she's a problem? But she likes to go on her YouTube and go, it's because I'm loud and I smoke weed. No, bitch, it's because you're a cantankerous menace. Now here's another tweet. Now this person, MacMS72, they don't have an account anymore. I tried to find her and she's gone. She didn't even block me. Her shit is gone. But here she responds to Pew-Pew Tasha and says, who cares? We all saw your mugshot. It was really special. There is no mugshot of Pew-Pew Tasha. She was never arrested for any crime. So this person is one of FFG's stupid ass, busted ass, ain't got no life, clearly old as fuck minions spreading this information about Pew-Pew. And the whole point of it is, if everybody's spreading it, then everyone's going to believe it. Eventually you'll have a reputation that's so unbelievable that anything you say about me, no one's going to pay attention to you. That's the method that FFG uses. But she's not as smart as she thinks she is, bitch. I got your number. Now, I'm not sure who the hell she's talking about in this tweet. Ah ha ha ha, she calls Tasha for backup. Ah ha 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 ha. Next time, just don't let your mouth write checks that your ass can't cash, pussy clown. So basically, shut up. Don't ever have an opinion about anything I do. Don't even try to call me out for anything because you know what's going to happen, okay? We're going to try to ruin your online credibility. Whether it affects you IRL or not, who cares? The point is, everybody in your space that you operate on will be attacking you and not believing anything you say. Defamatory, defamation. That's what she engages in. Okay, so here's one that I thought was important between her and Unicorn Pondue, which will be a completely separate video because she got so much shit going on with so many people. That's why she thinks a coordinated attack happened, but it's all her. You're comparing a list of lies to some lunatic making a list of everyone in your live streams. Are you fucking mental? This guy's a fucking freak. And anybody defending Trash Bag's list is equally mentally ill. Okay? Do you see what she's doing here? Now, anyone who even though she says, "Oh, I don't care who associates with who. It doesn't matter. You have to tell me anything. It doesn't matter what you want." Bullshit. She's making it very clear. You fuck with people that I don't mess with, then you are on the same list as them. You are mental just like she is. You are crazy just like she is. Now, I just had to show this one because let's just read it. Oops, my bad. He didn't delete the video where he's dressed up as my dead dog. He put it behind a paywall. To the members of Yo Pussy's channel, you're on my list. Okay, so see, lists aren't bad. Guys, lists are not an issue when it comes to FFG. Anybody can make a list, but if Pew-Pew Tasha makes a list, she's insane. She's mentally ill, but not FFG, y'all. She can make all the lists in the world. Fucking nut. Okay, I paused this because I want to pay attention. So Tweet T is one of FFG's top henchmen. She's also a moderator in her live right now. She's one of those people who start spreading bullshit narratives around and destroying people's reputation. She starts talking about Yo Mama in this tweet and says, Yo Mama is live right now bringing up the welfare thing again. You know that old welfare thing, when like FFG was being a microaggressive racist bitch? Yeah, he's bringing that up again. It's confirmed for me. US peeps are focused on color. Must suck to live there. Totally minimizing and taking all accountability away from FFG. All FFG has to say is, I didn't even realize I was doing that. I must have some internal biases. I'll definitely work on it. Sorry if I offended anyone. That's all she has to do. But nope, instead, it's this bitch right here. You guys are you black people over there, you're just focused on race. That's your fucking problem. There's nothing wrong with what she said or did. Yeah, okay. Certifiable. If I didn't say it before, I'm saying it again. Certifiable, this one. Now here, I'm not sure who this is directed at. I do believe it could be either Negs or Just Saying or Charlie Gold. Who knows? Because she's always got some shit going on, right? But it says, still waiting for you to call out your bestie for all the homophobic, transphobic shit she's been spewing. Sit the fuck down. You're a joke. So now whoever she's labeling as transphobic and homophobic, she is now tying whoever she's tweeting at as a bestie. So she's basically saying that you're also homophobic and transphobic because you ain't calling it out. So you're one of them. Do we like, are we understanding how serious her behavior is now? Like, we're not talking about like, oh, what a dumb bitch. Oh, she's got a big back. Oh, she's busted. Oh, she looks like a penguin. Oh, she ain't get no dick. We're talking about it's pretty much all FFG if you couldn't tell. But it's not like light insults that we're talking about. Okay, so here's an oldie but a goodie here, all right? And FFG, what she wrote was so small. I got it from a screenshot and I couldn't make it any bigger, so I typed it out. But Charlie Gold says, I said what the fuck I said, Necklace Beauty. This is coming from someone who literally lied and made up a whole scenario about me being anti-Semitic though, LOL. She writes, nah, I stand by what I said. You are. You also just showed us what you think of Middle Eastern people. Necklace I may be, but bedbound and e-begging for a trip to Hawaii because I deserved it for all that time sitting on my welfare leeching fat ass. Never. Fucking parasite. Okay, guys, so I want you to take note, and I'm going to prove it later on. But not only does she use welfare as a microaggression, but she also used parasite as a microaggression. And then you'll really see that she knows exactly what she's saying and doing. So when she replies and says, oh, well, in Canada, we don't use welfare. It's just associated with being lazy. That's bullshit. I'm actually Canadian. And like I said, I have a criminology degree and I'm involved in social justice. And welfare is such a derogatory term that has been used against mostly people of color that they don't even use it anymore. It's called government assistance. But she's so fucking racist that she doesn't even realize that they don't even call it that anymore. God damn, she's stupid. Here she goes again using anti-Semitism. Also, I haven't seen any shit stirring. I'm not getting involved in drama, but blatant anti-Semitism isn't okay. And if a Jew tells me that, I listen and learn. You are also a fucking joke. Questioning a Jew's heritage is something a Nazi would do. Are you seeing this shit? Are you seeing what she does, the key words that she uses, the labels that she puts out there for people she doesn't fuck with? Are you seeing this shit? It's crazy. It's what you're calling her Nazi. Whoever you're talking to, you're calling a Nazi. Only in this community to fake SJWs attack on some bullshit while being xenophobic and openly anti Semitic. And their fake woke has been leader encourages it and participates. You're a whole ass clown. Now she's labeling someone a Nazi. Who is that going to hit home with? Anyone who is a cult member who is riding hard for her that has any kind of association or connection with anything that's Jewish, they're going to fucking lose it when it comes to Charlie now, because Charlie's being labeled as a racist, a xenophobic, anti-Semitic Nazi, as a matter of fact. All right. And in the second tweet, I want to point out some bullshit that FFG always does. And because her people that follow her are so dumb, they don't realize it doesn't make sense. Okay. I'm not going back and forth with the formerly bedbound xenophobic e-beggar has-been anymore. Like I said about the attic, I never give a desperate bitch the attention they crave. She's had enough of mine. Just like Chantel, she's using me to try to revive a channel. How sad. French Fried Girl, please tell me how it makes sense that anybody who comes at you, all right, and calls out your bullshit would be using you to revive a channel. Wouldn't that mean that your subscribers would be transferring over to our channels? Why would they be doing that when they hate us? You know what I'm saying? When she makes them hate us because she implies that we are the racists, we are the xenophobic ones, we are the ones that are falsely accusing people of being microaggressive, we're the ones that are insane, we're the ones that are bullying her. How the fuck would that help our channel? All it's going to do is send your fucking nut bar minions over to our page to hit the thumbs down and report. It doesn't help us. Make it make sense. It doesn't. You're dumb. All right, and I want to draw your attention to the last tweet, okay? Because here she uses another method of manipulation. So somebody named Lord Fupa, what? Fupa Quad, Lord, they say FFG crying about others being xenophobic while she spent the last 6 months making fun of someone's ethnic name, culture, and I can only imagine what she's saying, but you get where this person's going, right? He or she. She's being xenophobic. She's referring to Salah as salad. And what does FFG say? In the past 6 months, we've spoken more facts about Kuwait than me and Islam than any other reaction channel I've seen. Your bullshit doesn't change that. Questioning my religion and heritage absolutely is xenophobic Nazi behavior. I said what I said. And here's another thing I want to address that FFG does. It's very tactical, all right? Whenever so she replies to Lord Fupaquad here, and she doesn't actually reply in his comment section and has a back and forth discourse. Instead, she quote tweets it on her page, and then she replies with whatever bullshit she wants to reply to, and then she blocks. And she did the exact same thing with me. So I initially addressed her talking about the microaggressions I witnessed from her. And she tells me that basically the information she got wasn't a microaggression because Tasha, Pew-Pew Tasha, was talking about it on her Twitter. Then she tells me not everything is a fucking microaggression. And then she completely doesn't even talk about the Charlie Gold situation. She quote tweets it with the bullshit, and then she blocks me. So now I can't reply. Okay. So everybody, of course, under her timeline, the 10,000 impressions that she gets, they think, oh, she ain't got nothing to say to that, does she? Because they don't know if fucking FFG blocked me or not, right? They just see that I shut my mouth afterwards. But bitch, I'm here, okay? I would love for you to panel up, but you wouldn't even have the fucking nerve. And here is another form of manipulation. So after she engages on all her behaviors, especially the RadPlaid situation, if you think less than 4 months is long enough to get over the death of your mum, that tells me you're nowhere near as close to yours as I was to mine. How sad for you. More manipulation and gaslighting tactics. So now any behavior that they're addressing right now, which I believe they were addressing the fact that she was being a raging bitch. Now it's because of my mom. And if you can't understand that, then you obviously have a horrible relationship with your mother. So that means anybody who addresses her, they don't have a good relationship with their mother. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see the manipulation? Okay, so that is the end of this portion of the video where we're talking about this bitch is insane and how she incites her cult members to harass and dox people and engage in abhorrent behavior online, then plays victim on her YouTube. I hope I've shown you exactly how this woman works so that when we start going into the RadPlaid video now, you can see what she's up to. But don't worry, I will most definitely have more. All right, so before we get into the RadPlaid situation, I just want to address or say a couple of things. Y'all might be wondering, why the fuck is FFG so crazy? Why has she turned an audience into basically cult members with no independent thinking who are willing to engage in horrible behaviors on her behalf on Twitter? And I have to say that that is because this is who she is. This type of person is she's like this online and she's like this in her real life. But the only difference is I have a feeling that everyone in her real life sees her bullshit for what it is. And she doesn't get the kudos that she gets over here. So this space is very important to her insecure ass because she needs to be worshipped at all times. If you do not worship her as a moderator or a member or a creator, then you're on the shit list and you will be labeled a racist or a turf or whatever the fuck she's using. And she knows that she doesn't actually have any talent when it comes to this sphere, which is why she engages in all her IRL shit where she needs to be the creator that's doing the most. I'm going to save BBJ, which will be a separate video because that's bullshit. Or the whole situation with Cunt Bella, Kai Bella, Cunt Bella, her not knowing about that, I call bullshit on that as well. She's given herself like this throne of being basically a fucking weirdo. People live for it because they hate Chantel so much that they want to watch it. That's it. They don't really care about FFG. I'm sure her cult members that she's groomed and they're all over on Twitter trying to ruin people's lives care. But for the most part, people that are just watching her content, they don't care about her. And this is evident in her views, right? So 10 months ago, she made a video, We Love Trolls Camping Under a Bridge and Free Rate Interchange with Steve. I have no idea what this is about, and I wouldn't even fucking care to look. As you can see, 7,000 views, and that's probably some of her cult members. Or people that know who Steve is, and so it drove traffic to her channel. But for the most part, she gets 30,000 views a video, 20-something thousand views. Okay, here's another screenshot of a video, and I took these today. I'm gonna say that again. I took these today. 11 months ago, she makes a video. Don't know what the fuck she's talking about in this. Everest was watching us again, and Polar Night and Midnight Sun on Slavbard. 3,000 views or just under 4,000 views. All right, and I only have 2 more screenshots after this. I wanted to go far back enough so that you realize that nobody fucks with her. A Jeopardy ghost haunts this POS computer and a retro react. No idea what she's talking about. Lame as fuck. Nobody cares. 6,300 views from a year ago. Now look at this one. Even when it's something as interesting as true crime, because we all know how true crime is blowing up. She's talking about the Ken and Barbie killers, Carla Homolka and Paul Bernardo. It's an interesting topic and it's FFG. Nope. Just under 10,000 views. Why? Because she's boring. And the last screenshot I want to show you is that even when she's covering a topic that's in proximity to Foodie Beauty, she still doesn't get views. Pete's losing it when asked about BBJ. This is so cruel. 9,700 views. It has to be Foodie Beauty. If it's not, nobody fucks with her. And that's why she's so insecure and starts causing drama with all these other YouTube channels who are way more interesting. She sees that they're going to outgrow her. And they don't have to have a cult to do it. So this is why she engages in this weird ass fucking behavior. And a lot of these channels will not say anything about her because they don't want to deal with her followers coming over and fucking up their money and their views and their content. But that's her problem, y'all. She ain't got no talent. Imagine every single day, or at least every other day, but probably every day, you know that you will never be successful or make any money unless you talk about someone you despise. That is a sorrowful, pitiful life. And I think she knows this, and that's why she's so angry at Chantel. When Chantel says certain things, and don't be fooled, I don't like her either. I think the fucking 2 of them are twins. But when she says things like, your channel won't be shit without me, y'all need me to pay your bills, she's not lying. And FFG knows this. And this is why you'll notice she's always got some shit going on with another content creator who's reacting to Foodie Beauty. Recently, it's been Unicorn Pondue. As I mentioned, it'll be a separate video. But what she wants to do is demonize these content creators who are better than her, more interesting than her. She sees them growing and she doesn't want her followers to find them more interesting and to stop watching her. That's all it is. So what better way than to victimize herself and say, oh, they were coming for me, and have half the chat and all of her crony moderators in there talking shit about that same person. It's all a ploy because she just sucks. She sucks and she knows it. So that's where it all comes from. It's just desperation because she knows in probably her real life, nobody fucks with her. The lumberjack, please. We all know she's not getting dicked down by a lumberjack. Give me a break. And it's baffling that it's gotten to the point where she's so insecure and desperate that she's even gathered a crew of people to engage in the same disgusting behavior because why? They're also insecure, lonely losers who don't touch grass. They don't say no. They back up everything she says. They kiss her ass all day and they send her super chats. Why? Because they want to feel like I'm a moderator in the most popular foodie beauty chat there is, and FFG loves me. FFG doesn't give a fuck about anybody but herself. And the minute that you turn on her, which, like I said before, could be having an opinion, asking a question, you better believe, honey, that you're going to be labeled an anti Semitic or a racist or whatever the fuck she's got on her table that day, whatever she comes up with. And one more thing before we get into RadPlaid, I want to give you guys context about when I say cult members, the type of shit that I'm talking about. Here is somebody named Misty. Look at this weird shit. Hold on. Okay, so she's obviously clearly a fan of both Yaba and French Fried Gorl. Look at what she says to French Fried Gorl. Read my comment, please, on tonight's stream. I have to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You saved my daughter and myself tonight while we were Christmas shopping. Read it, please. Thank you, FFG, for the hesitate reminder. I have started since you told us the first time. Today, it saved my ass. A man ran a stoplight and clipped my bumper. Had I went, he would have hit my baby girl's door. Thank you for this reminder. Remind everyone every day. It saved our ass today. Thank you so much. When I was in her chat or her stream, sorry, FFG, I remember when this girl not only left a comment in a tweet, but also gave FFG a $9.99 super chat telling her that she saved her life. That while she was with her daughter in the car Christmas shopping, she heard FFG's voice in her head. And so she hesitated and didn't go forward, and a semi missed them. Oh, thank you for saving my life. That's literally what she said. It might not be word for word, but she basically thanked FFG for saving her life because she heard FFG in her head. Now, you tell me that that ain't some cult shit. All right, if you're hearing FFG in your head, I know you guys are thinking what I'm thinking. It's time to get on the medication. So these are the type of people that she has writing for her. Out of it, Fruity Loop, Fruity Pebbles. So obviously now she's following FFG on Twitter. She's seeing all of FFG's tweets. You know she's going to be sucking her butthole, right? At any given moment, especially when FFG is pushing the narrative that she's a victim of some sort. These are the people that we're up against, y'all. And that's why when people get on FFG's bad side, they don't bother saying anything. They just retreat. They don't drop receipts. They don't do any of that because they can't compete with this buffoonery. That's a cult member for sure. If she's not a moderator yet, she's going to be a moderator soon. I promise you. By the way, if you're wondering what FFG's response to that crazy shit was, it certainly wasn't, excuse you? You need to take yourself to the nearest emergency room. They call it PSU, where they psychologically assess you without you having to be referred. And you need to have a discussion with someone because the fact that you can hear my voice and I'm not playing on a stream is concerning. That's what most people would do, but not fucking FFG, because she sees that as somebody who's going to give her money and she can use as a minion, and that will do her dirty work all over Twitter because clearly this person worships her. The first thing I would have said is, please get the fuck out my chat with that shit, please. Please. Thank you. Not FFG. All right, so if you hit the timestamp, then you know what we're getting into. We're going to be talking about the RadPlaid situation. Yes, I do have receipts. I'm also going to be linking numerous things down below. If you guys really want to know what the tea is and what the truth is, I have a ton of people who help me get information, which includes Haydur Taytur and Pew-Pew Tasha, and basically everyone, Rubber Band Man, I think it's Rubber Band Man? Shit, sorry, you know who you are. Basically, people that are standing up to her that she's managed to demonize. So I'm linking everything below. I'm also going to be linking the RadPlaid interview if you really want to get into her side of it. That's on Raven's channel, because I'm just going to be addressing it briefly. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. But basically, this all came up just like the Froggy situation, nothing to do with racism and everything to do with her feeling betrayed. And I'm going to actually show you some new receipts that she didn't want y'all to see. I'm going to be pointing out the receipts that she showed that are complete nonsense and don't make sense. And yeah, and then you guys can come to your own conclusions. So let's get into it. So I'm going to leave the chat open, the live play chat open, so that you guys can actually look, because I'll be pausing at certain times just to show you how her bullshit incites people and how the moderators work together and, you know, to try to push whatever FFG's narrative is, even though it's a lie. It's not going to seem that way by the time her and her moderators are done. And when I say lie, please understand that I'm not saying that RadPlaid did not engage in using racial slurs. I'm saying that As much as FFG would like to say context doesn't matter, it 100% matters. And the reason she's saying that is because she wants to not be culpable of her actions whatsoever and play the fucking victim per usual.
Hey, girl gang, what up, everybody? So nice to see you. I'm sorry we're starting a little early, but it had to be done for reasons because I'm an asshole.
Okay, I'm sure some of you are wondering why I already stopped the video. Because there's a reason why she started early. Basically, RadPlaid already knew what was in the works before all of this went down and said, I want to be able to speak my piece. And so FFG became aware of this because they made her aware of it. They knew that she was going to try to start her live the same time that their live was starting because she doesn't want her fucking members to be over there watching that stream. And they'd see that that actually makes more sense, that story. So Raven, they all made it seem like the both of them made it seem like the stream was starting at a different time, but then they actually started sooner than or later, something like that. It was not the time that FFG thought. So when FFG saw that Raven was going to go live at a different time, she hopped her ass right onto here and started her live first to get the story out, the bullshit out before RadPlaid did. So 30 minutes after RadPlaid and Raven went live, that's when FFG went live. And that is why she was early. So when she says, because I'm an asshole, yeah, it's because you're a liar and you don't want people to hear the true narrative. By the way, I don't know if I said this already. I'll be linking the Raven stream down below.
Let's just lay out the plan, all right? If you guys are down, we're going to start by having that little discussion that I've been waiting to have with you guys, what I told you we'd be talking about yesterday. Then we're going to move on.
So I'm not sure if you guys see this, but I'm highlighting the chat. Visit Jesse Chan says, I'm late. Did we talk about the drama with the mods already? And that's because FFG unmodded everybody because she knew the entire chat was going to go, where did all the mods go? What's happening with the mods? So that she can set up this bullshit story that she's about to give right now.
The Rona is bad in Greece at the moment. Ah, figures. Well, they're bringing it here. Oh, I shouldn't yell. That's what I'm being criticized for yelling. It's okay to be a racist sack of shit. That's fine. We make excuses for that. But if you yell, you're the devil. So I'm going to try and keep my tone down today. Okay. I don't.
Here we go again. She did the same thing in the Froggy video, as if what we're saying about her is that she's yelling. That's the only complaints about her, right, guys? That's the only thing that's being said on Twitter is not the fact that she's a lying, manipulative bitch who is just basically attacking everybody that she feels insecure about, but because she's loud. Yeah, guys. Also, notice how she said it's okay to be a racist stack of shit. Nobody knows what's going on. Only her moderators know what's going on, actually. I shouldn't say that. Her moderators and whoever's in her Gorl Gang Cult over there on Twitter, they know. But everybody else doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. But here she's already bringing up, it's okay to be a racist stack of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just giving them the little bit of tea that they need, you know? Giving them a little bit of fire under their little tutus.
Tell us the tea. Okay, Rebecca Ray, calm the fuck down. I am stalling so everybody can go and put the comments in the comment section. I don't want anyone to miss this because this is like a one and done. And I'm never addressing this bitch again. Okay.
There she goes. You know, she always loves to say that because that way, if anybody realizes your story doesn't make any sense or has any questions, they know they're going to get blocked. They're going to be removed from the FFG Gorl Gang Cult, and they don't want to lose that, honey. They just hate Foodie Beauty way too much to lose that connection, right? So they won't question anything she says. But we're going to go through what she's saying, and I'll show some receipts, and you'll see that her story doesn't even make sense, okay?
We have lost a mod. We're going to talk about it. RadPlaid is gone. Okay. It had to be.
And here's why she removed the moderators. Why would you remove all of the moderators? Wouldn't you just remove RadPlaid and then say, hey guys, sorry, RadPlaid's not in the group anymore. Had some issues with her. Now we got somebody else as a moderator. Let's keep it going. What the fuck is all this for? What's with the big show? What's the problem? Why do you need to villainize RadPlaid to thousands of people about a private friendship and a private Discord that was going on that was made for your mother? Why? Why do you have to do this? Why is it Jen's story to tell? Why doesn't Jen just shut the fuck up and keep it moving?
Long story, very short, just to set up a little bit of what has gone on. There's a little bit of a group chat There's a group chat, okay, that I was invited into. It's a very small little group chat, has very little to do with girl world. Please don't be all like, why wasn't I in the group chat? Why can't she make a Discord? Why can't this? Because I don't like group chats. I don't like Discords. Y'all, we had a Discord. It went to shit.
Bullshit. And if you believe for 1 second that this woman doesn't have multiple discords happening with multiple groups of people who think they're the special ones, where she's getting free labor, getting people to put shit on kiwi farms, gossiping, making sure she gets receipts on people, don't be fooled. This woman's paranoia is next level.
We closed the Discord. I am not that person. However, my mother was dying. And
here we go. Every single time before she gets into what she needs to get into, she is pulling on the emotions. And this is why people don't question her. They're not going to say anything because, damn, her mom was dying. Oh, I feel so sorry for her. You know what? Let me let her lie.
Some nice people in this community created a little, I don't know if you want to call it like I don't want to I don't want to call it a hug box, but in a way I guess it was. And it was for me to feel comfortable to go over there. Sometimes it is easier to talk to people who aren't in your life. And anyway, so that I went in from time to time into the group chat, and there was like a voice chat going, and Rad was in said group chat. I would say that friend group that was already going when they invited me in, they were very, very close, okay? There was incidents in the group chat with Rad.
Already not making sense. So your story is that you were invited into this group chat by a friend group, which was already very close before you got into it, right? So why the fuck would they even be inviting RadPlaid into a group chat if they don't like her? If she's a racist who's bullying, who's mean, and all the things that you said in this stream, why would they even bother inviting her? Wouldn't it just be the rest of them, Jen, Bambi, Sphinxy, you, and whoever else, and not RadPlaid? Because RadPlaid doesn't live next to them. I know that her and Jen see each other and they hung out, but she's not her mother. She has no power in her life. She can easily just be like, you know what? Let's not even tell and RadPlaid about this. Okay. I just want to start this group chat. I'm trying to distance myself. But no, you invited her in. Wonder why? Because you're lying.
More than one incident. I'm going to pull up some screenshots and show you, for example, what Jen had to say. Jen Paints here in our chat. Mod, love you, Jen. Jen put out.
Love you, Jen. Love you. Thanks for this big old lie you told on your Twitter, and then you went and changed your fucking Twitter name and your Twitter handle.
out something the other day on Twitter with some screenshots calling Rad out. Okay. Like I said, all this was going on as my mother was dying. I wasn't told everything as it happened in real time. I found out the big bulk of this story only about a month ago. Okay. And I have been purposely distancing myself from Rad. Rad is somebody who lashes out at people and is very, very mean when she wants to be. Some people in the group chat were afraid, I'm going to say, of her reactive nature and what verbal abuse they might get from Rad. Okay.
Come on. Did we just hear how this woman spoke to somebody who simply just asked her, hey, what's the tea? What did she say? Calm the fuck down. Remember? But you see how she talked about Froggy when she was ready? Do we see how she operates on Twitter when she's ready? Who afraid of who? Come on. FFG, you're not afraid of anybody, okay? And neither are your minions.
The screenshots and the story I'm about to show you, they're not my story, okay? There was some racist incidents in this group chat. This is between Jen and Rad. So it wasn't my place to come out and throw Jen under the bus and like kind of force Jen, you have to tell this story.
So what's happening right now then? Why are you even discussing this on your channel? Do you see how this doesn't make any sense? If this is a story that Jen doesn't want to talk about or something that you feel should be kept within the friend group, why not just remove RadPlaid as the moderator and then tell the chat? Because you know when you don't want to be asked a question, you put the nail in the coffin, right? You lay the hammer down. Don't ask me shit. We're done. Why didn't you do that with this situation? Just say, you know what? We removed RadPlaid as a moderator. It was a bunch of bullshit. Don't worry about it. There's a new moderator. Let's get into the video. That's what you could have done, but you wanted to do this. This was your goal because you wanted to demonize RadPlaid.
Story now. No, it's not my story to tell. When Jen felt comfortable enough to come out and tell her story, she did. Okay. Now, Rad knew that we were distant. Listen, the rest of the group had nothing to do with Rad. It had been months. I was distancing myself. She was so deeply on my fucking nerves and lying to me. Like I said, I had known for about a month, and I kept giving her enough rope to hang herself with it. I was messaging her, talking to her as if nothing was there, and I knew nothing of this big story and what had gone on. I played dumb to see how long she would lie to me. And she kept fucking lying to me. Even up until the last day we spoke, which was just a few days ago, I gave her another chance to set the record straight, the last one. I sent her a message on Discord. She goes to start answering, immediately answering.
I'm sorry. Okay, so you want people to believe that you were well aware, you've known for a month now that someone is a racist, okay? And you have the screenshots to show that they're a racist. You have everyone in your group chat saying, oh, she's a bully, blah, blah, blah. We're scared of her because she's going to assault us with her words, okay? And you are giving her rope to hang herself. Why wouldn't you just say right out the bat, like, yo, everybody's saying you're a racist. We're not fucking with that. Delete, block, keep it moving. What do you need to give her rope to hang herself? What's with the mental games? What's going on, really?
Answering me back. You can see when somebody's typing on Discord. And she deleted the message and stopped typing. At that point, I blocked her because I'm not here for your calculated, very thought out response. I wanted the response off the cuff without too.
So you were giving her enough rope to hang herself. You were waiting for her to tell you the truth. And right at the moment where she starts typing something to tell you what you could have been the truth, you said, you know what, I blocked her right after that because I didn't want her to think about what she was going to say. What? This fucking woman.
Too much thought being put into it. Like I said, I had been being lied to for quite some time. I'm going to pull up on the screen what Jen put up on Twitter. This is Jen's statement. Jen's statement sounds so official. Here, let me make this a little bigger. Well, that's too big. Okay. So Jen posted this on January 8th. Over the past several weeks.
All right. So I'm going to read this because I don't want to be distracted by FFG's bullshit lying ass voice. Okay. So let's get into Jen's nonsense. Over the past several weeks, people have come to me asking about what happened between RadPlaid and myself. I want this out in the open so everyone knows and so I can finally move past this stupid shit. I am no longer friends or associate with RadPlaid because for months she has said quote unquote jokes towards me, which include calling me a beaner and saying it's because I'm Mexican, but would then say her dog was more Mexican than me. So I hope you guys notice that she specifically says her experience is exactly what she can prove with the screenshots that FFG is going to show. So she lays it exactly. She called me a beaner. She's saying it's because I'm Mexican. She says her dog is more Mexican than me. So it's validating what's going to be coming up next. And I'm sorry I'm using that word, and I apologize if I'm offending anyone, but I am just simply the bearer of bad news. In the screenshots, most seem out of context because they would be in the chat in response to what people would be saying in our voice calls. So she really wants people to believe that while RadPlaid is saying racial slur after racial slur in response to voice notes, okay? She is the only one in there texting. Nobody else is texting. It's all voice notes. And the funny thing is you'll notice in the screenshots that FFG is going to provide, why don't you just take the screenshot in full? Why are you cutting up and slicing things up? Why not show that RadPlaid was responding to voice notes? You know, kind of like when Kybella exposed Salah, did you see her chopping things up, chop, chop, chop? No, it was one page, and then you saw that people were replying to voice notes. Why didn't you do that, FFG? Why? Because you know there weren't no damn voice notes. You know damn well that she was responding to other messages that were in there. Not only has she called me a slur, she also said the N-word with the hard ER in a voice call. Multiple people there who can confirm. So I just want to pause this because I want to point out when Jen says that multiple people can confirm, she's talking about her cult members, okay? FFG's cult members, the moderators, the people that will lie and say random shit just to make sure that FFG seems like she's being honest. So let's take a look at a couple of them. Here's another one of FFG's cronies that will confirm all the lies. Tangy cheese connoisseur. This woman does not even know RadPlaid, never had a conversation with her before, but check out her tweet. She has regularly verbal assaulted and bullied all her quote unquote friends, including myself. She flies off the handle and treats people like garbage, but expects you to continue being her friend. When told that we need space and time, she refused to respect boundaries and played the victim. Tangy, what the fuck are you talking about? Where do you live? Because from what I can tell, this is a parasocial dynamic. All you need to do is block somebody. How does this make any sense? It doesn't, because they're bullshitting. Here's another one, Tweet T, the top fucking cult member crony. This is the face of the best person ever. She can call out bigots from her imagination. She is talented that way. I will say one thing. I'd rather leave than put up with you and how I've seen you treat people in chat. And one day FFG will see you too. It may take years, but you will be seen eventually. Now, this idiot, are you trying to act like you weren't all over Twitter in September? Are you trying to act like you and Tweet T aren't tight, that she doesn't reply to every tweet? Like you didn't see this tweet, FFG. Do you guys realize now her narrative that, oh, it was a Discord group and I just wasn't in there to know that things were racist were going on? It's complete bullshit. Y'all are fucking friends everywhere, all over the place. You're texting each other, you're tweeting each other, you're fucking Discording each other, you're live chatting each other. You just give me a break. Cut the shit. All right, so just to wrap it up, we are at the point now where Jen in her bullshit statement is saying that this has been going on for several weeks. She doesn't want anyone to question her anymore. People keep asking who the fuck knows, since everybody that was in the Discord would, like, it doesn't make any sense, right? But everybody was asking her, and now she's coming forward, okay? She's coming forward. And not only has RadPlaid been using the B slur, but she's also used the N word with the hard ER on a voice call. And multiple people can testify to that. Who? I don't know. Y'all sit on the phone together in a 4 or 5-way chat? Maybe. That's weird. She would take her bad days out on our friend group when we all saw each other as family. On top of all of that, she has said that she empathizes with negs. Okay, are you guys seeing it now? Are you guys seeing why this all started? Nothing to do with racism, nothing to do with RadPlaid being a racist, nothing to do with the B slur being used, which I will show you why. I can prove it based on FFG's own goddamn screenshot. But anyway, this is only about FFG feeling slighted. And the funny part about the language that Jen uses is on top of all of it. On top of everything, as in the cherry on top, as in the straw that broke the camel's back, as in the thing that I take issue with most of all is her empathizing with negs. Fuck the racism. Y'all be telling on yourselves with your fucking lies. It's hilarious. At the time, our friend group, myself included, didn't know how to approach her without her exploding on us until it got to the point we had to, because it felt like it was verbal abuse. We, as a group, tried to fix our friendship with her and ask for space, but she would not give the space we asked for and expected it to be exactly how it was. And at that point, we didn't want that anymore because she did not respect our boundaries. So we, as a group, tried to fix our friendship with her. Why? Why, Jen? Why are you trying to fix your friendship with a racist? But she would not give the space we asked for and expected it to be exactly how it was. And at that point, we didn't want that anymore because she did not respect our boundaries. I'm not telling anyone to pick sides or anything. Yeah, okay, even though she is, okay? Because if you say, well, you know what? I still like RadPlaid. Guess what? You are now a negs empathizer. You are someone who is a racist empathizer. You are a B-slur empathizer. You are every empathizer in the book if you fuck with RadPlaid. That is why they like to demonize, because they don't want RadPlaid to come out with no receipts, honey, okay? I just want it to be known what has actually happened, since several different stories have been brought to me. Y'all are adults and can make up your own decisions, but I just want my side out there and done with.
What made Jen finally, after these months, let's say, speak out, find her voice to come to fucking Twitter and tell her story?
Sorry, I just have to keep interrupting because it's like I'm getting gaslit in real time. FFG said to us that they were a close group of friends before the Discord even started. So I don't understand why Jen felt the need that she had to go to Twitter to tell her story. If people are coming to her and giving her multiple versions of what happened, all she had to do was just reply back to whatever versions. Why do you have to make a public statement like you're Princess Diana reincarnate? It doesn't make any sense.
Rad had been preemptively, because she felt it. They all had nothing to do with her. I'm distancing myself. She is now, cozying up to other creators, let's say that we do not fuck with. She is now, cozying up to other creators, let's say that we do not fuck with.
Boom, there you have it, y'all. Do you see how every time this fucking idiot sets something up to make someone seem like they're a racist or they like domestic assaults, that right afterwards it comes out what the truth is, which is you felt that RadPlaid was cozying up to a creator that you don't fuck with. Just like with the Froggy situation, she was cozying up and talking to Gigi behind your back. Do y'all see the pattern here that we have with this sociopath?
She could feel what was happening. So she started messaging people and lying about the situation and lying about what had actually gone down between her and Jen, lying about the things that she had said on those messages. So here, I'm just going to pull up. This is from the Discord. Okay.
Here she comes with the receipts, honey. The receipts that are going to be telling on her ass because she's so dumb and she's so racist that she doesn't even realize when she's posting racism.
Here's the screenshots. Here's some of the screenshots of what RadPlaid had to say to Jen. Jen, by the way, who is Latina, who is Mexican. Rad, who obviously knew that. Rad, over and over and over calling her up.
Okay, y'all. So let's take a look at these fucking messages. The first thing that I asked myself, and I even heard Yo Mama ask, and multiple people that don't fuck with FFG, is where is the conversation that y'all are having? Is RadPlaid just dropping slurs inside of a Discord? Where's the conversation? There's how many people of you in the group? And even if FFG, anyone fucking believed for a second you weren't a part of this chat and you weren't well aware what was going on, why didn't anybody say, hey, RadPlaid, that's weird. Stop saying that. I'm uncomfortable. No voice notes, no nothing. And what's even funnier, like I mentioned before, is when Jen said, oh, the reasons why they're out of context and everything is just because there was voice notes. So why didn't you screenshot the voice note part then? Why is it all cut up like this? Okay, and just for a second, we're just going to hop back into the note that Jen wrote on January the 8th. And she says right here, for months, she had said jokes towards me, which includes calling me a B slur and saying it's because I'm Mexican, but would then say her dog was more Mexican than me. So notice that she says this was happening for months, right? But then when you pull up the screenshots that FFG provided, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's all August. It's August 16th, I think. We got August 10th on this side, August 14th, August 10th. Then we have August 25th, it doesn't matter what the middle date is. They're all 08s, right? So she said it was happening for months, but obviously this is one conversation that took place in 1 month. And for whatever reason, they thought they were smart enough to just cut it all up. Not even a good cut, because what is this here? What's happening here? You really do think your cult are idiots, and you're right. But some of us have common sense. Why were you still fucking with RadPlaid if this was so detrimental to you? Why? Because it was a banter that was going on between the two of you. And like I mentioned before, if you guys want to hear the full story about RadPlaid, I'm linking Raven's stream below. But the gist of it was RadPlaid and Jen went out to eat. Somebody there was using the B slur openly and outwardly. And they were kind of shocked and they started making an inside joke about it. And when they went into the Discord chat, they continued the inside joke. And here is why I know that RadPlaid is telling the truth. So this person, fictional men obsessed Fry, this is Jen. And if you'll notice, she replies to one of RadPlaid's slurs with cockroaches. Now, because FFG is a racist and wouldn't know a slur if it slapped her in the face because it just sounds like normal language to her, A cockroach is a racial slur that's used toward women of color or people of color or immigrants. They're called cockroaches, they're called parasites. So why, Jen? Why, if you were so perturbed about how your friend was talking about you, would you reply with your own racial slurs about yourself, with your internalized racist ass seeking approval from FFG, the biggest racist out of all of them? Why would you do that? This was something that they were engaging in a friendly banter. And I understand that it's a racial slur. I understand there's no excuse for it. But let's be honest, they were all engaging in this shit in the Discord. And FFG has been doing her own racist shit out in the open. So are we really surprised? Are we? And just to show you that this isn't something like, oh, I didn't know cockroach was a racial slur. I was just saying it because I don't know. I'm going to show you how serious this is actually taken, that it's even had legal cases. There's precedence in the law about someone being awarded for being called a cockroach by their neighbor. So I'm not going to read all of this, but compensation awarded after being called a cockroach by neighbor. So this is a case that took place in Australia on April 27, 2022. I don't know if that's when the case happened or when the judgment went through, but basically, I'll just read this little portion here. As to the first occasion in July 2020, Mr. Antonio and Mr. Baratia had a heated exchange at the front gate of Mr. Baratia's home. During the argument, Mr. Antonio called Mr. Baratia a cockroach, a parasite. Okay, y'all remember where we saw parasite? Because I'm gonna show you. Y'all remember when FFG was talking to Charlie Gold and said, you welfare leech, whatever, leeching bum, whatever, fucking beggar, parasite. Remember that? Yeah, I sure do. Racist as fuck. That's what FFG is. Well, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I do want to point something out because I want to point out how FFG is so fucking racist, that she's so openly racist that she doesn't even know she's being racist because she's so comfortable in her goddamn racism. And the fact that she's trying to now spin it like, oh, the real racist here is RadPlaid, and people are fucking eating that up is crazy to me. Now, I'm not even done yet. This is just from their own shit that they drop because they're fucking idiots. I'm sorry, they're idiots.
A Mexican, calling her a beaner over and over and over, saying that her dog is more Mexican than her. Jen didn't know how to react. Okay.
Yeah, Jen didn't know how to react, so she reacts with a racial slur herself. Oh my God, y'all are fucking dumb.
That's the story being like whipped up now. That none of this was racist. Absolutely none of this was racist. There had been an incident where Jen and Rad went to a restaurant together, and they overheard somebody at another table being called a beaner by their friend. And Jen, who again, Mexican, nervously laughed. Keep in mind, Jen is very young. You know, I don't even want to blame age, because sometimes when we're in a weird situation like,
okay, first of all, bitch, you telling on yourself, okay? If Jen is so young, all right, that she didn't know how to reply to racism besides cockroaches, which is another racial slur, why the fuck are you in a Discord with them? Aren't you a grown 39-year-old woman? You claim you're pushing 40. I don't even know. I don't believe nothing you say. You look like you're 52 at least. But why are you engaging with these people? Wouldn't that be a power imbalance? You're having dynamics with people who are looking for approval, who are young, who you can manipulate, who think you're cool, who think you're famous. Why are you in a fucking chat with them at all? Hang out with people your own age, like Tweet T's crazy ass who's pushing 60 and still fucking stupid as hell. Leave the kids alone.
Like that. I mean, what are you going to cause a whole ass scene? It's easier sometimes to just awkwardly and nervously laugh something off and move on with your friend.
Where is she awkwardly and nervously laughing? Let's go. Why? Because you're Mexican? Why? Because you're also brown? That's a totally different date. That's not even the same date as this tweet below, as this message below. Oh, my heart. Y'all are too nice to me. I need someone to say something mean. I guess that's saying mean. I don't know. Those are the only two replies that she even gave in this Discord. And it's not even the same goddamn date. And like I mentioned before, y'all, and I'm repeating myself because I know sometimes streams can go a long time. You forget the points, you don't remember. Why would you cut up the Discord like this? Even if you're having a conversation with someone and it's just messages where there's voice notes and people replying to voice notes, why wouldn't you just show the whole thing? Show the voice notes. Show that the reason why there wasn't a conversation going back and forth about racial slurs is because it was voice notes. Can't do it because you know that it was a bunch of friends being racist together, using racial slurs, whether it was to be cool or not cool, whether it was intentional, a microaggression, whatever the fuck. It was all approved by all of you, including FFG.
So RadPlaid is now trying to spin the story that no, she was never racist and she never made all these comments to Jen. This was her talking about those guys at the restaurant over and over.
Yes, over and over and over to herself, y'all. You know what? I'm sure the voice notes were like, hey, you know what? I went to walk my dog the other day. Is it because you're Mexican? Right? That makes total sense. Oh my gosh. The fact that all of these people in her live believe this shit is concerning. It really is concerning. I don't know if they've got even a quarter of a brain cell, all of them put together. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Over and over and for months. Now, Raven Star is on some let's save Rad fucking kick right now. So to defend her new buddy, RadPlaid, she has been tweeting that, well, RadPlaid took accountability for what she said. Took accountability to who? Took accountability to you? No one gives a fuck if she took accountability to you. It's not you who is owed any accountability or fuck all from Rad. If Rad wanted to take accountability for her racist mouth, she should have messaged Jen. Even
FFG, you idiot. How the fuck is RadPlaid supposed to take accountability if y'all blocked her? Didn't you say yourself that you blocked her in the Discord because she was taking a long time to type something and she was thinking about it? And I didn't want her to really think about an explanation, so I blocked her. I wanted it to be off the cuff. Well, how the fuck do you know she wasn't going to take accountability? Oh my God. I can't. Guys, I'm being gaslit in real time. Help me.
even if they're not friends anymore, and even if it had been months, this damage control should not have been done to any relevant person in the story just because you're so desperate of not having a new friend group. Okay? RadPlaid cannot take accountability to Raven Star or anybody else besides Jen, in my opinion. And the right move there, I don't give a shit how long you hadn't talked. You should have sucked it the fuck up, Rad, and messaged Jen. What you did was a bitch move, and you should have done the womanly thing, but you didn't, because you only know bitch moves and lying.
Wow, did you see the passion that she spoke with there? You can't take accountability. It should have been towards Jen, not over on Raven's channel. You mean like how you took accountability with Charlie?
I'm not trying to excuse
That's exactly
what I said, but like in a way I am, because had I lived in a country where one equals the other, obviously I'm not going to be using a word like that when speaking to or tweeting about a Black woman. You know,
she used the word woke as an insult 2 days later. Go ahead.
That's pretty obvious. Where I live, welfare equals lazy. So making the point about...
Oof, you just keep putting your foot in your mouth. Keep in mind, we're not even at the apology part yet.
All right, so why the fuck are you up in your stream talking to just everybody generally, giving a general apology, not addressing Charlie Gold directly and in private, but yet you have a problem with RadPlaid not doing it? Do you see the bullshit that this woman talks all the time? The bitch is a lie. She does everything she says she doesn't do. She will say anything to prove her point and doesn't realize that she has such a long history of being a POS that... Girl, you've dropped receipts all over the internet that prove that you ain't shit. You do the same thing that you always claim that all these other people are so horrible for doing. Why did you run? Where's your accountability directly to Charlie Gold? Why are you talking in a live stream to a bunch of people that had nothing to do with it? Oh, to save your ass? To look a certain way, not to lose Black subscribers? Back to the lies, y'all. Back to the lies.
They're live right now on Raven's channel, doing the, of course, like revival of Rad's.
She probably don't know what the hell she said. She's thinking like, God damn, what have I said? Because I know this is all a lie. Like, damn, I have to make sure I don't put my foot in my mouth. These motherfuckers are gonna clip it. Yo, mama's on my ass.
I don't even know. Trying to get her ass back into the fucking community. Raven also, by the way, on Twitter talking about you don't know the context. When confronted with, hey, Raven, look at all of this that she said to Jen. Raven's response was, context matters. This is what we're doing as a community now. When it comes to racism, context apparently matters. Now, this wasn't one comment. Had there been one little screenshot and she's, I don't know, she's saying bean or whatever to Jen, then yeah, context would have mattered, possibly. There is no context in the world that excuses this behavior. You're a racist. I don't need to know the context. Can you even imagine if somebody in this community had been over and over and over using the N-word?
Now, hopping onto the back of what FFG has just said, context doesn't matter, guys, right? So let's take a look at some of FFG's most racist moments. All right, so the first clip we're going to look at is from Haydur Taytur. And now she's someone who is openly on FFG's ass on Twitter. Thank you, Haydur Taytur. She realizes exactly who FFG is, the lies that she tells, the racist, the bigotry, all of it. And so her whole Twitter is basically her exposing FFG. So I will definitely be linking her Twitter below, and everyone else, Peggy Hill, anyone else that you're interested in, just so that you can go to Twitter where FFG really doesn't want y'all to go and check it out for yourself. Ain't nobody over there talking about how loud she is. I promise you.
BJ Sparks, thank you again for the super chat. My cat is going to Kuwait to get a job as a gravedigger because she buries turds in the sand all day long. Well, yellow cat. God bless. Enjoy your new job.
Excuse me? Is it whose position is it that that is not a microaggression? Please tell me. But did you hear FFG say, listen, we don't tolerate any microaggressions or racism. It doesn't matter the context. Who cares if you were joking? Nope. She said, thanks for the super chat. Yalla. All right. All right, now the next video is from Twitter as well, and it came from someone who actually used to follow FFG. And when I basically wrote about the fact that FFG engages in microaggressions towards Black women, she gave me this and said, you know what? I agree. And this is a microaggression towards Indigenous people, and exactly why I did not follow her, fuck with her after this. So let's watch it.
This is measured in Australian dollars, and you can't get this thing because Chanel was forced to remove this from their website, and they stopped selling it because Australians called it cultural appropriation, and the ad campaign that ran alongside this item was like super offensive, so they got it off of their website and stopped selling it. So if you have it now because it's such a coveted item, it would cost hella more than 1,700 Australian dollars. Yeah, I just think it looks really, really cool. Really freaking cool. Do I know how to even play with a boomerang? No. Is saying playing with a boomerang maybe offensive? Possibly. I only realized that as it came out of my mouth. Apologies if that was offensive. I don't know. What would you call? Throw a boomerang? It's probably throw. I don't know how to throw a boomerang. I've never held a boomerang in my life. You throw it? That's what I'm thinking too. Anything I can use as a weapon? Hold on, we're getting there. And it's why we started with sports.
The audacity, okay? That's what you think out of everything you said would be offensive because you said throw a boomerang. First of all, if you know that this represents plight, this represents pain, this represents where people that are Indigenous, not Australians, as you referred to them, completely negating their identity, they are Indigenous or First Nations who live in Australia, okay? They're not fucking Australians that had an issue with it. If you're fully aware of this, that you're able to educate your chat, why the fuck did you even put it up there in the first place? Why, FFG? Because remember, we don't tolerate racism in any context, right? We don't tolerate microaggressions, anything offensive. We don't deal with that, okay? There is no context. So why the fuck did you feel like it was appropriate to do this? Oh, I don't know, because you're racist and don't care. And you know what else? The actual unmitigated gall for her to sit there after saying that the whole ad campaign was removed, she calls it a coveted item, y'all, a coveted item. Not something that's highly offensive, that shouldn't even be existing, that should be actually destroyed, that is cultural appropriation, that affects the people, the First Nations people, okay? No, it's a coveted item, y'all. All right, and now the next instance, which context doesn't matter, where FFG is engaging in microaggressions toward a person of color is with Nader. And we already know Nader ain't shit. I know he's abusive, I get it, but that doesn't deter from the fact that she's still using microaggression. So let's hear what this nut had to say.
That was like her talking about Kogi last night. A lot of people are broke, but they don't admit when they're broke. Yeah, fucking welfare recipient loser sitting in his fucking crack house telling us all about the $8,000 that he pulls in a week, a month. Whatever the fuck was his lie. Kogi, shut the fuck up. And that's what she's talking about. She's projecting, but it's Kogi.
So what's good, FFG? Why does Nader have to be a welfare recipient loser? By your admission, you said that he was saying he pulls in $8,000. By your admission, you said that Chantel pays for everything. So why did you say that he was a welfare recipient loser? And we're not done, y'all. And just remember that racism has no context, okay? It doesn't matter what form it's coming in. All you should do is apologize to the person that you're being racist towards. It is unacceptable, all right? Let's keep going. Okay, now here is another instance of somebody checking her for being weird and microaggressive or racist. So this person says, but it is though, racist, I mean. She made fun of hair on a man from the Middle East. If you Google Arab men hair, most of it is, why are they so hairy? It's gross. Though I'm not shocked you don't understand the nuance. You're a white woman from Canada. Okay. Her response, I'm an immigrant from Greece, literally one of the most hairy nations on earth. Miss me with your bullshit. Okay, so we do not have a direct apology. This would have been the time for French Fried Gorl to say, you know what, I didn't think about it that way. And I apologize that you're offended. Didn't even understand the nuance. You're right. Never will happen again. Did she say that? She sure shit did not. Guess what? Context doesn't matter with RadPlaid, but guess what? It matters here. I'm from Greece. We're all hairy. Of course, I can make these microaggressions towards Arab men and say they're hairy. Of course, because I'm from Greece, guys. Okay, duh. And here she is again defending her bullshit. Pointing out someone's hairy isn't mocking their ethnicity. You shit-stirring has-been lunatic. You're a whole ass clown for implying it is. All right? And we know how she goes. She responds to stuff, doesn't allow that person to respond, doesn't do anything back and forth. It's all, this is what it is, block. Now, she might look at that one tweet that I just showed and say, yeah, you know what? I'm just calling someone hairy. You're the one taking it the wrong way. Okay. It's not being racist. I'm from Greece, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But do you guys remember this? And it's going to be cut from Tasha, Pew-Pew Tasha, which is another person I'll link below on Twitter. And don't be thinking y'all are about to go over there and harass people and start doxing and stuff. Cause I told you, check out my timeline. I'll sue the fuck out of all of you. Okay. For free. I'll help them for free. So don't even bother. And if you think you can hide behind a username, you cannot. All I got to do is send a subpoena and you're fucked. So if you want to go over there and have a back and forth with people, that's fine. But the doxing, harassing, and defamation, we're not doing that.
Leaving from Montreal, so let's try and find out what day she's leaving. I will meet her at the airport. I will also be wearing a hijab, and I will start going, and I will bring a bunch of Arab women with me, and we will all fucking do it together as she goes to go for her plane.
Did you all hear that? Because I heard it. And so did your mama, and so did multiple other people. And now she's going to say, what? I'm not, it's the context of it. It was a bunch of Arab women with me going to wait by Chantel at her plane going, boo, 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 boo. That's, how is that racist? Context, y'all. It matters. But wait, no, it doesn't. But it does, but it doesn't. But it does, but it doesn't, but it does, but it only if it applies to me, but it doesn't. Fuck. Oh, and just one more. It's just a couple of tweets, guys. I know it's a lot. It's so much, right? It's so much. All of this stuff against her and saying that she's racist, but she's not racist, y'all. It's a coincidence. Context matters. Here she is being called out again by Pegatha Peggy Hill, she calls herself. This is another person on her ass. I will link down below. Let's see what this says. Actually insane, because you know how everyone who has anything to say about her is fucking batshit, right? All this because I once made a thumbnail with Buddha that said Battle of the Bulge, referencing Chantel climbing a hill, and this bitch got butthurt. Everything's fair game in this community unless it makes Peggy clutch her fucking pearls. Get the fuck out of here. Damn. Context matters here, huh? Even though we do know that Buddhism is something that is related to a certain ethnic group, okay? We also know it's highly respected. It's damn near religious, it's spiritual, right? But you thought it would be appropriate to just throw it up against Chantel and say, Battle of the Bulge, microaggression. And once again, does she say, you know what? I didn't think about that. You know, context never matters, guys. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. Nope. Get the fuck out of here. You sensitive motherfuckers. All right, y'all, let's get back into the video. I know we digress, but like, I'm just trying to show you. Do you see the hypocrisy here? Because she doesn't care about racism. She doesn't care. It's all about feeling like she was slighted. How dare you, RadPlaid? How dare you? And I'm still not done with the receipts yet, by the way. Sorry.
And then when they're being called out publicly about it, somebody steps forward and goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. But the context, what fucking context? There is no fucking context when you're talking about racism. And as you can tell by how many fucking times she said the same thing, this is no slip, no mistake, no one misunderstood comment.
Ah, really, FFG? Oh man, she kills me. She stayed talking about herself. It's so funny.
This is Rad showing her entire fucking ass. Entire fucking ass. So that is what Jen called out.
Okay, that is what Jen called out. But not only did she call out RadPlaid, the bitch called out herself. And showed that she was openly and willingly engaging in racial slurs with her friend RadPlaid. And it wasn't until FFG got pissed off that they crop a bunch of bullshit and make it seem like I'm talking to myself, RadPlaid, my name's RadPlaid. I just talked to myself. You could say anything you want in a Discord, and I'm gonna reply with a racial slur, okay? Because I don't know how to talk, actually. That's the only thing I know how to say. And I do want to point out that if you look at the dates, if you can check, I'm sure we'll find the screenshot somewhere, but there's nothing outside of like the summertime. All right. So it completely aligns when RadPlaid said it happened. We went out to dinner one time, something happened there, and it was an inside joke. You don't see this kind of behavior going back 20 months, 5 years. You know, it's obviously it was one instance, the two of them are going back and forth, right? But no zombie's gonna ask themselves that. The cult members too busy hating Chantel to use deductive fucking reasoning over here.
So, what did that turn into? Of course, an entire fucking race war going on now on Twitter, because that's what happens around here. Frenchie was gonna come live and blast fucking RadPlaid for being a racist, but the community can't have that.
And do you see the manipulative language this woman uses? A race war? Please explain to me how this situation would cause an entire race war on Twitter. First of all, that implies that people that are not white are fighting with people that are white. We're not fighting, honey. There's your idiots that will defend you to the death, and then there's us. It's not a race war. There are plenty of white women and white men that think you're fucking racist and have an issue with the things that you say. But once again, you got to manipulate your dumbass chat so that they don't go over to Twitter and start looking around.
So what did they do yesterday? A little tactic, a little group effort to, of course, call Frenchie a racist again. Because every 6 months, Frenchie has to be a racist for no reason. And in this case, when I'm about to come out the next...
FFG, please lay off the weed, because your inability to understand that everything happening is because of you and not because of some concerted effort that we all made. Like, do you really think that me and Yo Mama and Haydur Taytur and RadPlaid and Raven and Pew-Pew Tasha and everybody else on Twitter all got together and said, you know what, guys, tonight is the night. Okay, HEKATE'S daughter, you're going to tweet at 4 o'clock. Yo Mama, you're going to drop your video at 4:01. Okay, RadPlaid, really? Really? And you know what else? When people keep coming to one person saying, that's racist, bitch. That's racist, bitch. That seems kind of racist. That's a microaggression. That's racist. That's racist. Every 6 months, it's probably because you're fucking racist. Like, duh.
next day and call Rad out on her shit, I had to be the racist. So, for example, the trash bag of this community who makes like a list with all of the names of the people in our chat and like real psycho shit, we called that out yesterday.
There she goes talking about Pew-Pew Tasha again. I'm making a list too, because y'all motherfuckers is crazy. And I want to know who's engaging in the doxing that occurred and retweeting things and engaging in defamation. I would want to know that. Her list is totally sane. And it's so weird that I literally just saw a tweet from you in my previous section of this video where you said all of Yo Pussy's members are on your list. Yaba just the other day was saying she makes a list. She's not insane, right? Nope. Only Pew-Pew Tasha. Why? Because she's calling out your bullshit.
Yesterday on Twitter, and you know what? That was me being racist. If you have a problem with Trash Bag making an entire list of the people in this chat and find that fucking creepy, that is a microaggression. And I am, of course, a racist today. So that whatever I was going to come out and show and talk about RadPlaid is just swept under the rug in this community.
Shut the fuck. Okay, listen, she's talking about my tweet to her, and I'm going to pull it up and show you what I said to her. And it's amazing how she completely minimizes everything I said. She doesn't address anything. She says, oh, it's a microaggression because I said that Pew-Pew Tasha is insane for making a list. No, that's not what I said to you. Now, of course, I already knew that she was going to block me because she's a fucking coward who takes no accountability, but I just wanted to put it out there anyway, all right? Here's what I said to her. French Fried G, you can choose to block me, but as long as you see this, I'm okay with it. I'm new to this community and supported you with super chats, etc., so you may or may not remember me. Your use of microaggressions in this community is unacceptable, whether it's subconscious or conscious. I've seen you have issues with creators and sling insults, which is fine. Y'all want to go back and forth? Whatever. But I have a problem with the fact that when you choose to insult Black women like Tasha and Charlie Gold, you say Charlie Gold is on welfare, and now I see you tweeted Tasha is unemployed. And at this point, let's not forget about the shit with Natter, but I'm only addressing these two here. Do you think Black women don't work or what? Racism can be passive and aggressive, and it's unacceptable. I will no longer be supporting you, and neither should any Black woman as far as I'm concerned. Get it the fuck together. What part of Charlie Gold would ever give you the impression she's on welfare? I've seen your background, clothing, etc. during your lives when you showed your face. So if you want to make comparisons, you look like you would be on welfare before she would be, since you want to talk about people's appearances. You know, I'm just saying. You think you're rich from super chats? What do you do for a living? Out of everything you can say, why say Tasha's unemployed? You spend more of your time on Chantel's ass than she does on you, so are you unemployed? Are you not driving hours out of your way to cow tip and hanging out with her old friends? You just cussed out Unicorn Pondue with multiple insults, and not one of them made reference to his employment status. So what's good, FFG? Would love to see if you're going to talk about this in your stream tomorrow. This is bullshit, and I'm disgusted. And if anyone has a problem with my position, feel free to unfollow or unsubscribe, but it will not change. I know racism when I see it. All right, now that's what the fuck I said to her in my tweet. She goes on her live and said, well, because I was saying that Trash Bag is insane for making a list, now it's a microaggression. Didn't say anything about the fact that I said it was about her saying she was unemployed. Didn't say anything about the fact that I mentioned Charlie Gold. Just completely minimize, lies, and just manipulates everything because she knows she's a fucking racist. Because anyone who didn't know that would just say, my bad. But how many times is you gonna say my bad? Really? Now, here's what her reply was, and her same shtick that she likes to call it, which is to address what someone says, not address everything that's in the tweet, manipulate it, bullshit, repost it to all of her cult members on her thing, block so that she can't have a back and forth where she can be accountable, and told she's a fucking liar. Tasha was publicly tweeting about being fired from her job, bitching about it for ages. Go fuck yourself. Not everything is a microaggression, for fuck's sakes. All right, so that's her response. And the funny thing is that this will be a separate video that I'm going to be making because the history is so long with Pew-Pew Tasha that I can't even add it into the RadPlaid situation. All right, let's get back to FFG's lying ass. And if you've forgotten where we are at the point in the stream where FFG is basically denying culpability, minimizing the situation, and conveniently leaving out what I actually said in my tweet to her.
Because that's how we do. Or they do. Every 6 months they do. Yes, the list. Exactly the list that everyone was talking about on Twitter. What the fuck? How is that racist? Julie? You tell me. But every 6 months, when there is no way to attack Frenchie, Frenchie's a racist again. I'm going to say it again. Trashbag's list is fucking unhinged. Trashbag is fucking unhinged.
So Pew-Pew Tasha's list is unhinged because she wants to know who fucks with somebody who's going to engage in these behaviors that FFG is engaging in, with the defamation and the lying and the manipulation and the bullying. Yeah, I would want to know who's your friend too, because when you turn on them FFG, they ain't coming over to my chat to say they're chilling because I got their name on the list. And I'm going to remember that they associate with someone who they know is a racist and that they engaged in retweeting things that were defamatory towards my character. Duh.
There's no microaggression there. You want to act like a fucking psycho? We're going to treat you like a fucking psycho. It is what it is. Anyway, back to the Rad story. So right now,
I can't. I had to hit pause. Do you hear her? Where are the issues that I brought up to you in the fucking tweet that was directed at you before you blocked me? Why are you talking about a list? Did I say anything about a goddamn list in my tweet? Please show me. Because I could have sworn it said Charlie Gold welfare and then Pew-Pew Tasha unemployment. Do you see how she lies to everybody?
now she's sitting up there playing victim with Raven Star, acting like, well, Raven, defending the shit out of her. Well, it's not like she deleted her Twitter and ran away. Oh, really? That's exactly what RadPlaid did. When RadPlaid knew that, just saw where Peggy on Twitter is saying that Amy Flowers is a racist. And
Hold on, before we get into that, because there's so much going on. Yeah, of course RadPlaid deleted her fucking Twitter because, like I said, you have your cult members over there spreading misinformation about her. As a matter of fact, didn't I just show that Tweet T had doxed her in September and put her face up there? Of course she's going to block you guys or delete her Twitter because all of you idiots over there that mess with her and that are a part of her cult are going to go over there and harass. So I know I'm cutting it again, but before we continue, I want to show you guys some shit that Tweet T says. And then you'll maybe not question why RadPlaid would ever think of deleting her Twitter. We've already seen how people engage with Pew-Pew Tasha, who didn't bother deleting her Twitter because she knows she didn't do shit. The issue here is that RadPlaid did do something wrong, but it was amongst all of you, equal share. That's why she deleted her Twitter, because you made it seem like it was all her and she didn't want to take a fucking pounding from all you guys. So here's an example of why RadPlaid would delete her Twitter. This is what Tweet T, one of her minions, like I said, her top henchman in her cult, Raven and her syrupy voice with words only snakes speak, is rubbing her hands together hoping for a Yaba and FFG fallout to the point of even wondering where lunatic Tweet T will stand. I guess when your channel is just to react to a reactor, your content is scarce. All right. So now Tweet T is engaging and trying to defame Raven in some way. Maybe I don't want to use the term defame here because there's actual legal defamation happening with these people. But she's trying to make it seem like Raven is full of shit with her syrupy voice with words only snakes speak. So she literally engaged in trying to take whatever it was that RadPlaid and Raven had talked about on their stream and make it seem like it's all a bunch of bullshit. Now, some of you might not think that's a big deal, but I want to show you the mentality of Tweet T, okay? Here's a tweet that I pulled up from her account. Now, she was cussing at some random woman. I didn't even bother putting her tweet here, but she said, "She is cute, you jealous twat. You are just jelly she fucked up Chantel better than you did, because deep down you are a softie, and you don't do harm because you have a conscience. Unfortunately, that is not a winner in girl world, but that's not a bad thing." Now, you tell me this bitch is not unhinged, okay? Here's another one that Tweet T. I don't even know. I didn't bother going all the way up because it doesn't matter. Somebody was talking about some stuff going on with FFG, and Tweet T is, "Who's mad at FFG? Fight me." Do you think this is a joke? She's not joking. Now, I don't know if these two, from what I know, Tweet T lives in Europe, but I could be wrong. But what is up with the weird attachment and your defense of all her behavior? Go, because you're a cult member. No independent thinking, desperate as fuck, no friends. All right. You said it yourself. You take care of your mom or your grandmother, sorry, all the time. And you don't have a life. And aren't you like in your 50s or 60s, from what I can tell? So these are the people that RadPlaid, who is a young woman, many years younger, I think. She has to be at least 20 years younger than this woman. She doesn't want to deal with that shit. She can't fight this fight. And let's not forget about Tangy Connoisseur, who also said, "Oh, she was bullying me too." Let me just pull that up real quick so you don't forget. Okay, remember this. This is another person. So we're on to what? Two people right now that would do and lie and scheme. And there's more, trust me. But she is regularly verbally assaulted and bullied and blah, 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 talking about someone that she doesn't even know, just so that French Fried Girl can say, oh, yeah, I didn't even say a word about the verbal abuse she dishes out to her friends. I forgot about that. Or the way she would decide before our streams who she was going to verbally abuse today when she was in a bad mood. Like, what? You can't see why RadPlaid would disappear, which is exactly why everyone FFG has an issue with disappears, except for me and Yo Mama and Pew-Pew Tasha and Haydur Nation and Raven. We're not afraid of you. And that's why you're spending all this time trying to make us seem like we're all insane. It's your crew that's insane, your cult members, especially the one who says she's hearing your voice in her head. That bitch is at the top of that list.
Just saw where Peggy on Twitter is saying that Amy Flowers is a racist. And I'm Amy Flowers. Okay, sure. Right. Fucking lunatics. Anyway.
There's another lie. Does the truth ever come out of your fucking mouth ever? Let me quickly show you what this is about. Basically, there is an account named Amy Flowers, and even though this person changes their account all the time, the name, the handle is still the same. You know, the @ she never changed that. Okay, so Peggy Hill found a bunch of racist ass tweets, but she also found that her and FFG, and when I say her, I mean Amy Flowers, she talks to them, she tweets at them, they go back and forth, they communicate, right? And so the question was, if you don't like racism, why are you engaging with this person? So let me pull up the fucking tweets that you're not going to believe what this Amy Flowers wrote. Okay, so here are the racist tweets, which it's Amy Flowers, as you can tell from the user handle, Sabasi16942. That never changes, just the name. So Amy Flowers says, AKA Mr. Floyd, what the F have you caused? Thank you. Not. You were a thug druggie. Look at the carnage your dead ass caused. By the way, who died this weekend in Chicago? Oh, that's right. Those black lives do not matter. Shake my damn head. Okay, there's the first one. All right, I have to read this one slow because this just sounds like a racist rant from someone missing some marbles. Not shocked. Number 074532s trying to loot are going to no matter what anyone says. Dems are burning it all down in the end by misleading Americans for over 70 years now. Prove me wrong. Black lives think they matter. How dumb are they? Soros has all day for this. All day long for this. I don't even know I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, okay? But we can see the racism in here. And no, we are not done yet, y'all. All right, so here FFG responds to somebody calling her out. It was Pegatha Pickle Loves. I'm not sure what it says, Pickle Loves what, but I'm going to link her Twitter down below as well. If anyone wants to go and actually see the receipts, they can pull up themselves. But she says, Dear Gorl Gang, you hate racists just as much as your leader, right? Well, if you hate them as long as your leader calls them racist, but if she is buddy-buddy with her, we can excuse that all, right? Everyone FFG's partner in crime, Sabasi16942, aka Amy Flowers. It's the same handle, but she goes back and forth between Amy Flowers and Cross Stitch Bitch or whatever the fuck it's called. But it's still the same person. And FFG knows exactly who she is. And here's why I believe that she knows who she is. Because look who's fucking talking to her. So I don't know, January 13th, I don't care what they're talking about, but obviously they're going on about Tasha's list still. Sabasi16942. She's now calling herself Amy Flowers. Psst, I made the list. And who is that replying with the bullshit? Tweet T. Of course it's Tweet T. This is why I believe FFG knows exactly who Sabasi16942 is, whether it's Amy Flowers or Cross Stitch Bish, whatever. They're fully aware of who this racist person is, but they don't care about racism. And as you can see, who's over there talking to each other? Tweet T, the other racist. Do y'all see this now? Do we see where I'm heading with this? So nobody was saying that you were Amy Flowers. That's not what Peggy Hill said. She said you associate yourself with people who are racist and you don't care when it doesn't suit your narrative. But of course, you have to lie in your stream and be like, oh, of course, and I'm Amy Flowers. This bitch, all she does is lie. That's it, every day, all day.
Just saw where Peggy on Twitter is saying that Amy Flowers is a racist. And I'm Amy Flowers. Okay, sure. Right. Fucking lunatics. Anyway. So, sorry, where was I? RadPlaid.
Yeah, exactly. Where was I? Because you realize everyone's coming for your ass, girl. Everybody over on Twitter realizes exactly what you are. They're calling you out with your bullshit with receipts. And now we're all insane, guys. We are all insane. She's the only sane one. Her and that girl who's hearing her voice while she's driving.
Yeah, she's got Raven Star doing all her bidding right now, talking about how, well, she didn't run away. She absolutely did. She felt that not only the friend group was never going to be her friend anymore, but she felt me distancing myself. And it was like, it was done. So now she's all up in Raven Star's community. That's fine, whatever. Absolutely did delete her Twitter and then made a sock account and was kind of creeping Jen out with it in a big way, because that's what she does. So now,
Oh, really? Was creeping Janelle? I would have made it. So actually, I do have a sock account because y'all bitches be lying all over Twitter, and I want to see what you're writing because you block. Duh.
so now everyone is racist. Yeah. If you have a problem with somebody's unfucking hinged behavior, that's a microaggression. Did you know?
Look at this liar. There she goes again, not even addressing what the issues were and talking about it was a list, y'all. That's what I said was microaggressive, a list. And people in her chat aren't saying, this doesn't make any sense. Let me go figure out what's going on. Nope, because they're cult members. I'll say it again. Girl gang cult members, no independent thinking, no critical thinking.
Kalari, hey girl, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right, hold on. Let me take a look at my screenshots here. So I was sent the other day. I don't even know if this is worth mentioning, honestly, about Rad, but the last interaction between Rad and I on Discord before I blocked her, I sent her a message. Like I said, I saw her typing and then deleting and waiting. And I know RadPlaid's game. I know all the fucking tactic that she pulls and the manipulation and stuff. I didn't want her bullshit. I didn't want the manipulation. I didn't want the answer that was thought out. So
Right. Even though you were giving her enough rope to hang herself, as you said in your stream, waiting for her to come to you because you had been waiting for a month, you say, for her to tell you the truth. When she starts to type something out, I don't want to hear it. No, I know I'm repeating myself because she's repeating herself.
So I cut her off and I I blocked her. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, you see that? And I deleted. Yeah, you deleted anything that would make you seem like you might be fucking lying, telling on yourself. That's all you do, girl.
So here's what I said to her. Hey, I was sent a clip of you on Twitch talking about being unmodded in my chat. I unmodded everyone temporarily. Been slowly adding everyone back for a few days now. Y'all remember when I did that about 2 weeks ago? Why did I unmod everybody? That was me getting rid of Rad. But I don't think Rad understood. Or maybe she did understand because she didn't have the balls to message me about it. And Rad would not fucking stop messaging me. Rad, super fucking annoying, okay? Message. And even at Christmas time when I had said, I need to step back from the internet because I'm losing my mind right now, I was an
Yeah, you must be losing your mind while you get into a fucking car and drive all the way to Cornwall so you can cow tip Chantel and be all up in her business at a dispensary and get someone fired. You were just so, yeah, you were losing your mind.
extremely dark place. Rad insisted on constantly messaging me on Discord. I had fucking had it with Rad, okay? So that's why I unmodded everyone. I was going to remod every single person except for Rad, but I wanted Rad to finally have the balls to ask me why. Because, oh Lord, I really, really wanted to tell her exactly why she wasn't welcome in this chat anymore.
So why didn't you? You were scared. You're scared of RadPlaid. Is that really what you're trying to? Is that what you're trying to really the narrative you're trying to push that you were scared of RadPlaid? Why didn't you then? Because it wasn't my story to tell. It was Jen's story to tell. See how she covers her tracks because she knows people are going to be asking questions, right? Still doesn't make any sense though. Sorry, you're still stupid.
So this was me playing dumb again. Hey, I was sent a clip of you on Twitch talking about being unmodded in my chat. I unmodded everyone temporarily, been slowly adding everyone back for a few days now. Some people DM'd me and asked me to be remodded right away. I'm curious, why didn't you just ask me about it if it was bothering you instead of sitting on Twitch whining about it like a little victim, you know? So it's none of my business who you mod or not, Frenchie. It's your channel. This, by the way, is a whole different tone from Red.
Right, because RadPlaid had no idea why everyone was being unmodded because she didn't know that they were all conspiring to out her as a racist, right? So she gets unmodded, everyone gets unmodded, people are acting weird, and she's asking like what's going on? And do you tell her? Do you tell her, Frenchie? No, you know what's going on? You've heard Jen, you've been using racial slurs in the chat. We're not fucking with you. I suggest you go talk to Jen. No, of course she didn't say that because it wasn't about racism. Yay, we did it, guys.
I'm not going to beg to be a mod. You see me in the chat, you know I'm there. Begging to be a mod seems rather odd. Again, nobody wanted her to beg to be a mod.
It doesn't seem odd because you use these things as power, you weaponize it, which is why you unmodded everyone in the first place. Duh. You wanted her to be like, oh my God, why are we unmodded? What did I do? This is what you were looking for. It was all a setup. It was kind of good and strategic, but unfortunately, you guys are all morons. So it's very easy for someone who's not in the cult to see that you're a liar.
I wanted her to ask me why she had not been remodded so I could tell her exactly why the fuck she had not been remodded. Anyway, yada, yada, yada. I genuinely consider you a friend, Frenchie. We have grown close fairly recently. No, we have not, lunatic. And
are you guys hearing this? She wanted RadPlaid to say, why was I unmodded? And because she didn't say anything about the racism. So because RadPlaid said, I'm not going to beg you to be a moderator. Y'all see I'm in the chat. I don't, it's like, whatever, right? It wasn't the response that FFG wanted. So you know what? Now I'm not going to tell you that you're a racist. Like, this is so stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. But it will shortly though. Hold on. Not done yet. Still got receipts. Not done.
I, me being a mod or not does not and will not change that. And that's to me what matters. So this is the last message I ever sent to Red. Well, that is clearly a lie. Not sure why you're incapable of being honest with me, but it is what it is, I guess. The way you spoke to Jen is disgusting. Your use of the N-word is disgusting. The way you treated your friend group is disgusting. Deciding who you were going to abuse in my chat with your wrench daily is disgusting. And the cherry on top for me, having empathy for Negs after seeing all he had done is disgusting.
Well, do you guys see what I see? Because I'm noticing that there is a stark similarity between what FFG said to RadPlaid and what Jen wrote on her note. So the cherry on top for FFG was RadPlaid empathizing with Negs. Let's take a look at Jen's note. And look at that. The last issue that Jen had with RadPlaid, on top of all that, she has said that she empathizes with Negs. So after seeing this, if people don't believe that these guys conspired together, I don't really know what's going to help you believe it. But it is not a coincidence that these two things are almost identical when it comes to language. And it's funny that, of course, the cherry on top for FFG is the same cherry on top for Jen. Empathizing with Negs.
You and me aren't friends, Rad. I don't have any friends in my life who pull any of this shit. I would ask you questions about why the friend group broke up, etc., and watched you lie to me over and over again. I never said a word about what I knew because I wanted to see just how far and how long you would keep the bullshit up. Yikes, bro. Have a nice life, Rad. And then I was like on the verge of fucking tears. I'm like, I'm really fucking hurt, Rad. Really never saw any of.
Right. There you go with your manipulation again.
Any of this coming from you. And that's where she starts typing and deleted. And like I said, I would not have blocked her if she had typed and sent me that message. I was genuinely curious what she had to say.
What? That doesn't even make any sense. You would not have blocked her if she typed and sent you that message. You didn't know what she was going to send. You just said you only saw dots. What are you talking about? But anyway, the reason why this was very strategic, FFG, you blocked RadPlaid, is because you wanted to get your narrative out there and make it seem like a conversation was happening. And you didn't want RadPlaid to respond with, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, that's the issue. Or maybe address the real issue why you're mad at her. It was all strategic, but I'm about to show you the receipts that's going to make it make sense, because as much as Raven did not want to show messages on her channel, which I totally respect, I don't give a fuck. You want to lie, you want to dox, you want to play games like that, then I'm exposing your fucking messages. I don't care if it's private or not. All right, so here are the DMs that Miss FFG did not want everyone to see. But she thought that RadPlaid was stupid, but she didn't know RadPlaid didn't trust your ass. And she took screenshots before you blocked her, okay? So this is December 12th, 2023. And I'm going to read these to you. And if you can gather that FFG has any problem with RadPlaid, that she's trying to give her enough rope to hang herself so she comes forward and admits that she's racist, please let me know. So RadPlaid says, but seriously, if you need anything, including but not limited to virtual hugs, sounding board, or just a person to vent to, hit me up. I'm here. And I know I'm an internet person, so if you decide that's too much, I'm in no way offended or anything. FFG replies, thanks again, Rad. I really appreciate it. I don't really think of you as one of those internet people anymore, to be honest. Something broke the ice for me mentally with you in the fry basket thing. I don't know why, really. I can't explain why, but it's the truth, LOL. Side note, anybody ever has to say it's the truth after what they're saying, it's a fucking lie. Okay, and RadPlaid responds, well, that makes me feel extremely good, LOL. You too, boo, LOL. Then she says at 9:08, I'm sorry and sad that I'm not in the fry basket anymore, but I'm happy I got to know you a little better there. Now, do you see anything here where FFG is distancing herself or trying to get her, giving her enough rope to hang herself and admit that, oh, I'm a racist? Do you see that? I don't. Okay, so here is another screenshot of the Discord between RadPlaid and FFG, and this one is December 13th, 2023. And it might be a little confusing because FFG is responding to RadPlaid's previous messages, so it might not look like it makes sense. But if you want to pause and read what's going on above what she's replying to, it'll make sense. So RadPlaid said, it's weird to me that Koki still watches you or has anyone who watches him that narc to get you a strike. The hell, LOL? And FFG is replying to RadPlaid's previous message where she talks about not being in the fry basket anymore. So FFG says, nobody's in the fry basket anymore. The thing died when you left. Literally not one post by anyone since that day. They probably all still talk somewhere, but I'm not invited. Bullshit. Okay. I have a feeling that the fry basket, I haven't clarified this, but it takes, come on. It's obviously going to be the same people that she was in the Discord with that are all helping her lie about RadPlaid. Jen, Tweet T, I don't know if Tangy was in there, but Bambi, Sphinx, Nemi, all of them that are with the shits, that's who the fry basket is. So FFG is replying to something about Natter, who cares? And then RadPlaid says, in response to the fry basket dying, all that tells me is that I'm the party, LOL. Get fucked, I guess. Not at you, at the fry basket. Well, that's crappy. They didn't invite you along, jerks. So please tell me, not only is FFG not trying to get the information from RadPlaid that she's a racist towards Jen, but she's actually talking shit about the same people that she's claiming she's defending on her live right now. Right? They didn't invite me. They didn't even invite me. All right, and this one is from the same day, but it's part 2. So when RadPlaid says it's crappy they didn't invite you, FFG says, oh, they probably know I don't want in. I never really wanted into the fry basket either, to be honest. Group chats always make me so nervous. I don't see the appeal. Yeah, okay. RadPlaid says, yeah, no, I get that, but still, just a weird move since you were in the other one. Oh, well, look at that. I was wrong, y'all. There is more than one Discord, even though FFG says, no, I don't like Discord, guys. Don't be mad that you weren't invited. It was just something made because my mom was passing. Well, bullshit. Because now we have the fry basket, which was one, and we have the one that you recently kicked RadPlaid out of. So that's two so far. So FFG says, Lord knows I'm not going to ask, LOL. I'm more of a one-on-one call convo girl. Rad says, oh, Lord, you're a caller? Hell no, too nervous, LOL. And then the last one is FFG responding to RadPlaid saying it's weird you weren't invited since you were in the other Discord. And FFG says, true, meh, I'm relieved. Lies. The lies. Okay, so now we are on to the second DM, y'all, before she gets blocked. Have we seen anywhere where FFG is trying to give her rope to hang herself and figure out, are you racist? Can you admit to me that you're racist, even though I know you're racist? Can you tell me? Please tell me. Please tell me, RadPlaid. Now here is December the 15th, 2023. FFG says, oh, wow. I had no idea what that tweet was. I figured something happened between her and either Nem, Sphinx, or Bambi. So she's talking about Jen right now, right? She's saying, I don't know what that tweet is that Jen made, what that could possibly be about. She doesn't take the opportunity to say, RadPlaid, you're racist. That's what it's about. RadPlaid says, nope, even after being away since October, I'm ruining lives. FFG says, yikes, brah. I don't get why she's still tweeting about you. Anyway, let him stay mad. Doesn't change anything for you at this point. Once again, I have to say, y'all, please show me where in this conversation is FFG giving RadPlaid enough rope to hang herself to admit that she's a racist. Do you see how the bitch just lied the entire stream, just like she did with Froggy? Okay, here's another one from December 21st. And don't worry, there's only one more left where you're going to see the real motivation behind all of this bullshit. So RadPlaid says December 21st, sorry you're dealing with more bullshit. FFG says, thanks. One of the biggest mistakes I've made so far online was making a truce with that fucking lowlife snake Belinda. Okay. RadPlaid says, oh, wow, I'm sorry. The whole Yaba Sam Belinda thing is nuts. I'm so sorry for whatever happened. FFG says, oh, my beef has nothing to do with any of that. It just happens to be playing out at the same time. RadPlaid says, oh, yikes. Well, fuck, the whole community is a dumpster fire at this point. FFG says, yep. RadPlaid replies, well, that's really shitty. I won't ask because it's not my business, but yuck. So are we seeing, do we see anything about racism? We sure don't. What do we see? We see Belinda, okay? So here's the final Discord message between RadPlaid and FFG that she didn't want you to see. So on December 22nd, this is after FFG brings up the fact that she hates Belinda for whatever reason. RadPlaid responds with, also, I'm never gonna lie to you because there's no reason to. I watch Belinda. I watch her cover DC and crew. But yeah, I don't go into her life because I don't know anything about anyone's history. But yeah, people shouldn't bring it into the real world or whatever, but it did, and it's a mess. So here RadPlaid is saying she can already tell FFG is fucking doing her weird shit, right? She's jealous, she's got a problem. This is what she was trying to drag out of RadPlaid. When she keeps saying it was racism, no, it wasn't. It had to do with Belinda. And the reason why she wanted to do this is because she wanted to know, how loyal of a cult follower are you? Because we don't fuck with people who fuck with people that we don't like. That was at 2:09. FFG does not reply to her. After she admits that she watches Belinda, no reply. Then at the same day, but at 6:46 p.m., RadPlaid says, I hope I didn't upset you. I just wanted to be honest. I'm sure after FFG has been fucking losing it in her Discord with everyone else. Oh my God, she's a Negs empathizer. Oh my God, she fucks with Belinda. She's a traitor. She replies, no beach. I haven't been on all day, been cooking everything for my Christmas Eve dinner here. I'm not mad at all. I wouldn't expect you to stop watching Belinda. I couldn't care less, to be honest. So then RadPlaid responds at 6:51 and says, no, I wasn't complaining about lack of response. Dang, my bad. I was just saying that because of everything going on with Sam and Yaba on Twitter, blocking people for supporting people. And honestly, it's making me skittish. LOL. Not that I think you do that shit, but it made me want to reach out anyway. Also, oh my God, cooking delicious. Enjoy your holiday, Frenchie. That's December 22nd. And this is at the point where all of a sudden FFG sends her the message that she read, where she's like, oh, I've been waiting for you to tell me you've been lying to my face every single day. And da 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 da. That's what that whole thing was about. Nothing to do with racism. And as you can see from the Discord chat, not one time did FFG ever give RadPlaid the inclination that there was a problem based on racism. Not once. There is nothing about racism at all. As a matter of fact, if you go back to the Discord messages, she actually pushes the whole thing away and says, I don't know why Jen is tweeting that stuff. I thought it was a problem with the other moderators. Oh, well, you're fine. Pretty much the gist of it. Do you see the setup here? So just to reiterate, when FFG sits there and says, I was giving her enough rope to hang herself, okay, to come to me and tell me what was going on, she wasn't talking about Jen and racism. She was talking about Belinda. This woman is fucking insane. So she has a problem with people who are her moderators that watch other people that she doesn't like. And instead of just being like, you know what? Let me brush my hands of this. I don't want the drama. If you fuck with them, don't fuck with me. She has to make a tactical effort to destroy people's reputation online and have them being bullied and totally misconstruing what was going on and calling her a racist and having people like Jen and Tweet T back it all up. Back it all up. Do you see how insane this woman is? And she really thought that when RadPlaid had deleted her Twitter, her original Twitter, she was like, oh, I'm in the clear. That bitch is scared. She's gone. I can say whatever I want. She ain't gonna do nothing. Well, you fucked up. You fucked up and you saw that RadPlaid went over to Ravens to talk about it. You weren't expecting that. So you hopped on your live real quick. Sorry, guys, I'm starting early, and came with this bullshit that you'd already been planning. But unfortunately for you, she's not scared of you. Do you see what we just exposed ourselves to for the last how many hours? Okay. All because she wants to own her cult members. She doesn't want anyone that she fucks with talking to anybody else, even watching their stream, giving a thumbs up, nothing. All of that just because of her being insecure. Now, before we get back into the bullshit and the lies from FFG's live stream, I just want to show you an example of why people would feel uncomfortable with talking to FFG and being open about who they watch. This is from Haydur Taytur. Like I said, again, I'm going to link her below. She has receipt on receipt on receipt. Listen to what FFG says here.
I'm sorry for the quick pause, but no, Frenchie's smoking and is on one. I forgot to mention something before. Actually, it hadn't hit my thought. Now it has, along the lines of the opinion at the beginning of, if you don't agree with my actions, don't do them. Just that simple. There's this whole narrative of like, nobody in the community should dictate who anybody else watches. And that I 100% fucking agree with that. Nobody's goddamn business who anybody watches, and up to nobody to dictate who the fuck anybody can watch. However, I don't have to fuck with you if you fuck with people who constantly try to fuck with me. You know what I mean? That's also my choice, my prerogative. Doesn't mean anyone's lashing out about who watches who or who interacts with who. I don't give a fuck, but I don't have to fuck with you.
Did you all hear that bullshit? Do you see how this woman is a liar from the 7th level of hell? Really? So then what was all this for? Why did you do that to Froggy? Why did you do that to RadPlaid then? If it's not about who they watch. She's crazy. So you see, as much as she likes to pretend that, oh, when she's in her live, right? She likes to act super sane when she's in her live. You know, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I just don't have to fuck with you if you talk to them. But behind the scenes, this woman will destroy your reputation online. She will have you deleting your Twitter. She will have all her minions making up lies about you. She will also engage in doxing because Tweet T did dox RadPlaid and showed her face in that tweet. I'm the one that blurred this out. So she had no problem with people associating bigotry with RadPlaid, bullying, etc. And of course she's going to delete her Twitter and run. You guys are insane. All right, let's get back to this lying ass bitch.
I don't care for you to sit there fucking working out your lies and working out what you're going to say to me. No, it's done, bitch. You're a fucking racist. I want nothing to do with you. Fuck off, Rad. For real, for real. You're an actual sack of shit. Rad knew exactly what I was going through at the time, and so she didn't care.
Yeah, you were making Christmas dinner. You said so. You was making Christmas dinner, girl. You was chilling on December 22nd. What are you talking about, right? But look at how she manipulates things. This is like, come on. This is cult mentality. You fuck with the leader, we're going to destroy you. And now let's look at this chat. You tell them, Frenchie. Love this group. I think everyone is so nice and friendly. No room for nasty bullies here. Of course, talking about RadPlaid. Then we got Grandma Spudbutt, another idiot who's up FFG's butt, pretending like, oh, I'm neutral. No, you're not. You're a liar, and you also help spread bullshit information about people. Then here's Bambi. Rad has no balls unless she has someone back her. Hello, projection. You're talking about your master. Wow. It's shocking. I can't. The way that this whole thing is just a lie and everything they say about Rad, yes. Is Rad wrong? Yes. Was Rad engaging in openly racist slurs? But it was among all of them. They were all doing it. Do you see what I'm saying? Then here comes Luna Reacts. Bambi, yeah, I suspect she went on my channel and leaving nasty comments. Okay, Luna, you were the one that was referring to a sex worker as a, what was it again? A lot lizard. And because Rad checked you and timed you out in the group, you have a problem with her. That's your issue. Oh, and let's check out Kim T. At Frenchie, you are amazing and beautiful, a true OG. Frenchie who? It could never be the Frenchie that I last saw on camera over a year ago on Shannon's fucking live stream with 4 chins deep talking about she got buff hands. Do you see how these people are insane, how they lie to this woman? This is why she's obsessed with this shit. Why she refuses for anything to get out about her that's going to really show who she is, because she doesn't want to lose this ass kissing that she has, these super chats, this free labor. Because I don't know if y'all know, but Bambi is the one that created the new intro. She did that for free. Okay, and there's just Shannon. Do you see all the moderators, how they move, how they flex, how they lie, how they all support each other in the bullshit to demonize someone else in order to kiss FFG's ass because they're lonely losers. And I'm so sick of her using actual social justice issues to act like she's not an insane cult leader.
She didn't care. It's just all about Rad and lying and deception and da da da. Anyway, an actual just piece of crap. So we don't have racists over here, despite what the community thinks. Microaggressions and friendship bullshit. Okay, bullshit.
I think I've proven that that's bullshit, right? Like I said, her and Amy Flowers, tight. And if it ain't her, it's Tweet Tea and Amy Flowers. She has no problem with racist. She's also racist. She engages in microaggressions. This has nothing to do with racism for the 100th time.
Bullshit. You want to pull some fucking racist shit? You're better off staying with fucking Raven Star, okay? Not ever welcome over here. You want to come in here and abuse a wrench and talk shit about people and abuse people in this chat? That's not why we come live. This is a
Wait a minute. Did she just say abuse a wrench and abuse people in the chat? Because I could have sworn this woman said that this was in a Discord that she took no part in really because she was dealing with her mother. Now RadPlaid is being abusive in the chat.
a group of friends. We all like each other. If you need to go and verbally abuse someone, bitch, like find someone in your fucking real life because it's not here. That is crap. No one needs a person like that in their lives. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And
do you see how she's going off right now? Do you remember, it wasn't a long time ago, guys, same video in the beginning when I showed you her issue with Froggy. Do you remember how passionate she became? She's a snake. She's going over to the other side. She's a shitster. See how upset she gets? And then she acts like it's about domestic abuse and it's about racism, but it's all about her being a fucking nut.
And then to go around like a little fucking sneak and be messaging people, trying to change the story of what happened and minimize all those messages, those racist fucking messages sent to Jen. Disgusting. I'm going to say it again. There is no context when it comes to that kind of blatant racism. You knew that, or you wouldn't have deleted your Twitter and ran like a little baby bitch. And before anyone starts, because I know this community, I have.
Holy shit, Satan himself. Oh my, she had the nerve to call everyone else unhinged. Oh my God.
Happened to have recently also deleted all my tweets on Twitter for a reason. Rad actually asked me about that after she deleted her Twitter. Here's my response, and here's why I deleted everything. And this is just the dark place that I'm at mentally. Rad messages me, oh no, did you delete your tweets or did something happen? I deleted them. I'm disappearing. I say to my alleged friend Rad, oh, okay, I'm sorry for that. I don't know what's happened, but it's very sad to hear. I hate all of it since my mom died. I couldn't care less about anything online anymore. I don't enjoy it since she died. I have to talk myself into going live every time because I hate it so much now. And I've lost my confidence in it. And I just don't care anymore. Soon I'll be gone and I really can't wait.
Here we go. Come on,
and that's
girl.
Genuinely
Here
how
we
I
go.
felt, how I feel. So yeah, before anyone comes to me of like, why did you? Because I'm getting mad shit for deleting my own fucking tweets. That's why I deleted my own fucking tweets. I wanted to nuke that account. I'm so sick to death of Twitter, of the bullshit, of address it, get fucked, address that, you fucking bitches. Christ, I don't give a fuck anymore. The only thing I'm here for in this community is this group right here. No new friends. You ever heard that expression?
There you go. You see the grooming? Do you see what's happening? Do you see the bullshit, the lies, the manipulation, the trying to get people to feel empathy for her? The reason I deleted all of my tweets is because I didn't want to be here anymore. That's how I felt then. That's how I feel now. All right, well, let's go look at FFG's Twitter and see if she still feels this way. Because it's so fucking convenient that when it comes to people saying, why are you deleting everything, girl? You know all that shit going around about you on Twitter. You know what everybody's up to, calling you out for your shit. Why are you deleting everything? Oh, it's because I didn't want to be here anymore. All right, y'all. So here she's so depressed with Twitter, okay? Remember, I don't want to be here anymore. January 9th. Not every friend is a real friend. Sometimes someone we think is a friend is actually a hater ass bitch. I've known for a long time, but it was fun to watch you lie straight to my face over and over, thinking I was buying your bullshit. Nothing about racism. Everything to do with Belinda. Or how about this one? Yesterday's little coordinated attack won't shut me up, but it was a cute attempt though. Right? That's somebody who's so tired of Twitter, guys. I deleted 500 because I wanted to end it. There was no coordinated attack, you fucking nut bar. All right. Lay off the weed because your paranoia is next level. It's just because you're involved in so much stuff. You got so much going on. There's so much blatant racism. There's so much bullshit out there that everyone is just talking about at the same time. That's all. How about this one? RadPlaid's a fucking racist who declared she has empathy for negs. I want nothing to do with her anymore. This isn't me silencing anyone, you dumb cunt. This is me taking out the trash. If you garbage collectors want her around, that's on you. I don't. Peace. And then here you go, one of her cult members. Negs? Negs? She doesn't say racism. Nope, because they don't care about racism. I'm telling you guys. And then underneath, French Fried Girl replies, yep, that's what I said. Negs, empathizing with negs. Fuck the racism, okay? Are you seeing this? Empathizing with negs. Do y'all see how she keeps talking about negs? We have seen it about 4 or 5 times already. It's been in the video, then it was in Jen's tweet, then it was in the Discord, and now it's on Twitter. Well, here's another receipt, and this is from Haydur Taytur, who I would like to thank once again for her hard work.
She had said that she empathizes with negs. I suppose you could take that one way or another. You know what I mean? Bees and let bees. Maybe that doesn't bother you as about someone. Everybody knows my history with negs. That fucking bothered me. You are in the DMs with me talking about how close we've become lately. You're clearly no friend of mine. I don't change who I am for anybody. Negs, DC, anybody else. I always keep that same fucking energy. But underneath it all, I'm an empathetic person. I am. I feel for people and I can't help it. Okay? It's why I had to reach out to Sean. I couldn't fucking live with myself if something had happened to her. And it's the same reason that I wrote to Negs that day. It bothered me. Even he's my enemy. And it bothered me so much that somebody in this entire world could think I was like capable of doing something that cold. So yeah, I reached out to him and I let him know, watch out, it's Froggy. And I sent him every piece of, I don't want to say proof. There was no proof, but
somebody please get a straitjacket for this bitch pronto. And it's just so amazing how everything ties together because, as you can see, the only reason why she reached out to Negs, who she hates, is because she was trying to demonize Froggy. It goes all the way back to the beginning when she was mad at Froggy for talking to Gigi. That is why she was in Negs's DM, not for any other reason. Oh, it's because I hate, something happened to Chantel. Bitch, don't you say that you wish Chantel would choke almost every goddamn stream? Listen, let me just stop. Here's another one. And yes, there's a few more because you know what? She wanted to get rid of everything off Twitter, guys. She was tired of Twitter. She wasn't hiding things. No, she just didn't want to use Twitter anymore. All right, so this one. And before you cunts start, no, I wasn't okay with her racism. I just found out about all this shit about a month ago. I kept talking to her, trying to see if she'd be honest with me, and surprised she lied to my fucking face over and over again. How do people look at this and not think, anyone got any meds on you? I don't understand. Come on, look at this. Really? It's that serious? Now, I know I already shared this tweet, but I just want to make a point of how these idiots, okay, online backed her up. Never liked her, a real pick-me, just saying. Then FFG, you were so right. And wonder why people just delete their Twitter and just disappear. Or how about this one? Not every friend is a real friend. Sometimes someone we think is a friend is actually a hater ass bitch. I've known for a long time, but it was fun to watch you lie straight to my face over and over, thinking I was buying your bullshit. Then here comes Jen Paint's lion ass with a meme like, what is that supposed to mean? And then there we go, tangy cheese connoisseur who doesn't even know RadPlaid, backing up the bullshit. And this has nothing to do with racism once again. It was all about sympathizing with Negs and watching Belinda. That's it. Do you see how insane this woman is? The audacity of her to walk around saying unhinged, she's insane. No, bitch, that's you. You are projection level 1 million. Nope, not done yet, y'all. Here's another set of tweets from her account that she claims I was going to end it, y'all. I didn't want to be here. Oh, what an adorable narrative being attempted. Let's be clear. RadPlaid only started fucking with certain creators and their fans when she knew her shit was about to be outed. She needed to find a new community fast. Nobody came for her because she's in other people's chats, for fuck's sakes. She probably wouldn't have been in Raven's chat or Discord server if her friend group hadn't kicked her racist, mean spirited ass out a few months ago. She used to talk mad shit about Raven, lol. She's a lonely attention seeker who constantly needs validation. And another thing, I have a mod who is usually in Raven's chat. I couldn't care less, and there's no love lost between us. It's just not that deep. Liar. First of all, whoever's over up in Raven's chat, that's a snake, Raven. Don't trust, okay? You better believe she's just watching your shit, okay? She's not over there because she's interested in your content, okay? She is a spy from the Gorl Gang Cult, I promise. And it's so funny how she likes to say mean spirited. Really, FFG? You're calling someone else mean spirited. And look at this shit 81 likes, 6,000 views, 58 likes, 3,000 views. Like, people are fucking stupid. All right, we got one more. It's an oldie but a goodie. Imagine welcoming a racist into your community and making excuses for their disgusting mouth because you hate me. Clown. Don't whine about saying my bit and blocking you. I gave you over a month to be honest, and you just kept lying to me. What the fuck would I give a shit to hear anymore? And by the way, pussy, I didn't block you immediately after messaging you. I saw you typing and waited to see your reply, but you deleted it instead of sending it. That's when I blocked you. I don't care to hear your evil, calculated bullshit. I was down for your sincere answer. How did that make any sense? Okay. So, because she didn't type fast enough for you, you didn't see the dots coming fast enough. You said, whatever you're going to say is a lie. If you had just written right away and not paused, I would have known it was the truth. But you want to pause, bitch? Nope. Definitely lying. Does that make any sense? And this is all her listening to Raven stream and trying to like cover her ass, right? Because she heard whatever RadPlaid and Raven were talking about over there. So she's over here on Twitter getting everyone to push her narrative, her cult, 155 likes, 72 likes. You see what I'm saying? That's what she does. She uses Twitter as a platform to bolster her lies. And then she goes over to YouTube and keeps the narrative going with her moderators in it. That's her shtick that she keeps talking about people trying to steal. All right, y'all. I only have just 3 more tweets to show, okay? Trust, I get it. You must be tired because I'm exhausted, all right? I got about 5 parts of this goddamn video. It's been about 8 hours. But anyway, you know who needs an alliance, okay? And I guess she's talking about me, Raven, everybody else who's calling on her bullshit. Racist, greasy, smut reading trash like you, bitch. Keep bragging about cheating on your man while wondering why he won't marry your dirty ass after 10 fucking years, clown. Now, look at what she's saying in these tweets. Does this have anything to do with racism? Anything to do with YouTube? No. Now she's trying to cut deep. Here she is again. And please do know, I think this is 2 days ago, but she doesn't even address RadPlaid at all. All right. She's just going off on a psycho rant on her Twitter. And people are like, who the fuck are you talking about? Even people on our side, as she likes to call it, was like, I don't know who this bitch is talking about today. Here she comes again now. You like astrology, eh? I got one for ya. Scorpio says Pisces and nasty who should wash her fucking hair and read something besides smut for a change. Pussy. Are you seeing? And she had the nerve to call someone else mean-spirited. Oh my God. All right, y'all. So we're almost done. Let's just get back into the rest of her bullshit that she says, because anything she says where I can defute, I will be doing it. And I understand this video is long, but feel free to chop it up and listen to it over the course of 10 years.
No new friends. I'm not saying if you're new, like welcome to the Gorl Gang, but nah.
Yeah, no shit. Because super chats, I'm not saying if you're new and you give me your super chats that you're not welcome. Of course you are, as long as you're worshiping me and paying me. But I mean, everybody else, no new friends.
I am in a dark fucking place, and this psycho bitch, when I'm in that dark ass place, is making all kinds of racist fucking comments to Jen and talking about, as my mom's dying, all the empathy she has for negs. You are not a friend.
How does this make any sense? Bitch, you just said you weren't in the chat. You said that you were busy dealing with your mom. So how is her talking about having empathy for negs or even saying what, let's just say you were telling the truth about the B slurs, right? What does that have to do? Why are you now making yourself the victim? Do you see how she doesn't make any sense? My mom was dying and I wasn't even in the chat. And the fact that she can sit there and do racial slurs towards somebody else and say she has empathy for negs, how could she? How could she do this?
You're a sack of shit. Stay over there with Raven. Oh, and just one more thing before we change the topic. When you sit in a public Discord server, don't talk publicly about how you're trying to instigate a fight between me and Yaba, because I see you, bitch. I fucking see you. Do you really think that was a smart thing to do in a public Discord? Do you really think that you're smart enough to fucking instigate anything? Nah, the least you should do is get a little smarter and do that in like DMs. You love sending DMs. Why the fuck?
Look at this fucking hypocrite. She wants to talk about who's smart. Girl, you done lied on yourself. You done told on yourself with your own screenshots that were supposed to be claiming that RadPlaid was being a racist the whole time. You crop shit out, but you left the racist bitch Jen herself. You should be a little bit smarter with how you do things.
The fuck would you put that in a public Discord? Snake ass bitch. That's why. Julie, thank you for the super chat, girl. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, Raven, there's such sacks of shit sitting over there, fucking platforming constantly. Haydur Taytur, trash bag, all the actual scum of this fucking community, and you're sitting there talking about, well, she yells. She's just so.
Do you see this shit? Look at this idiot giving $5 being lied to. I used to be one of them, y'all, but thank God my eyes were opened. But she really thinks this is about yelling. And then here comes FFG. Yeah, the trash, the scum, the insane people who make a list over there talking about how I yell. We didn't say nothing about racism. Nope. We have a problem with her yelling. Oh my gosh, this woman is a fucking comedy and a horror all at once.
So mean she yells. You don't have to yell. Okay, I could sit here sweet as pie and still fucking verbally assault the shit out of Chantal. I'm Greek. Yelling is what we do. It's not even yelling, it's just how we talk. Okay? Take it down a notch. Take the stick out of your ass, you fake ass motherfucking bitches. For real. Oh, they're so outraged.
As I've shown you, you guys see who the fake motherfucking bitch is, okay? And speaking of fake motherfucking bitches, why don't you panel up FFG? Because you like to claim that we're just looking for clout, but hey, you dumb fuck. Anybody who would be riding for you would never ride for us. So I don't even know what that means, but let's panel up where we can actually question you and cross-examine your dumb lying ass. But you would never do that with me. Instead, you want to make me seem like I'm crazy insane. I'm just supporting all these people that just are mad because you yell and we want to make lists together. But you blocked me and you fucking ran. But I'm coming for your ass, girl. Like I said, you are 2024's new lolcal. And I have not forgotten about Foodie Beauty. Of course not. I think these two are twins, as a matter of fact. But I got it more for FFG because I find her to be just more detrimental, more damaging, more manipulative. She's just, gross. And y'all feel free to pay attention to this chat and you'll see all these idiots, how they all like all the moderators, how they all back up each other's shit. I know I've said it before, but don't forget to look at it sometimes if you don't want to look at this stupid picture that FFG uses.
I like loud women. I am a loud woman. It sounds very like misogynistic, in my opinion, for someone to be saying like, oh no, you shouldn't.
Wow. No, she didn't. But yes, she did. Of course she did. Now she is the victim of misogyny. Oh my God. I cannot with her.
Yell like you're a woman, you fucking weirdo. No, women shouldn't yell. You can be as racist as you want and we'll make excuses for you, but she sits over there yelling.
And the sheer audacity of you to say that we accept racism and we're also misogynistic is a next level. You're the one that's insane. This is why I feel like I've been personally gaslit whenever I fucking watch this woman, because all she does is lie.
Oh my God. Like, shut the fuck up, for real, for real. Fucking community. I swear to God, half of this community is fucking brain damaged. Yeah, I mean, the mental illness runs so goddamn deep in this community. That is why I fuck with no one in this community.
Nope, it's because you can't fuck with people unless you're controlling them and manipulating them in some way, whether it's through friendship dynamics that you claim are friendships, are not really friendships. That's why you don't fuck with anyone, because anybody who interacts with you realizes that you're fucking psychotic. Okay, that's why you love to flip everything around and pretend that you're the victim every time. But no, you're just a cantankerous human being. And that's why you have nobody but your cult members. And they're very dear to you because your real life sucks ass.
That is why I stick to this group. That is why, like, I see you guys often in the chat, and let's say new channels will come up, and you guys are trying to like push that channel in the chat, and like, I'm afraid to do that because I have done that so many times, and then those motherfuckers burn the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? So
Where? I haven't even watched all her content and I feel like that's a lie. Please show me where this woman has ever been like, you know who's a really good channel that I really enjoy watching? You should go check them out. I don't believe that's ever happened. Now, I could be wrong, but show me one clip where you ever promote anyone besides yourself. All you do is demonize everyone. God damn.
So that's why I fuck with nobody except for this group. I don't I don't know, like advertise anyone's channel like that. I stay in my own fucking spot, in my own fucking lane, and that's it. That is the reason. Okay. Yeah. Loud. Rachel, thank you for the super chat. That's right. No racist laugh.
There
How
we
the
go.
fuck are you gonna treat a friend like that? And just because
Look at Rachel. Hey now. No racist allowed. Honey. The woman that you just gave your $2 to is the biggest racist of them all. How insane is this whole situation? Girl World is a movie. It's a movie.
they took a long time to speak on it, she really thought Jen was never going to to speak, I should say. Yeah, AJ, I see you. We had to write down adjectives about our friends when I was young. My friend said I was loud and talked fast, and I still do. I get it. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Very chauvinistic way of thinking, but I wouldn't expect anything different from a turf. So
Okay, there she had to throw it out there, y'all. She had to throw it out there about Raven. Now, if you have not seen this tweet, let me show you. So once again, she talks her shit in the live and she comes on Twitter to get it pushed. Two assholes, I don't even know who they are, retweeted this. That's cute. The same person who uses my government name in Chantel's chat is also a member over at Raven the Gun-Toting Turf's channel. Figures. Shit-stained water always finds its own level. All right. You see how she does that? So she writes some bullshit that she has no backing for. I have no idea why she's saying that. It's got 157 likes. It's been retweeted twice. And now she uses her weird ass cult members to push the narrative. So she feels totally comfortable going over to YouTube and saying, yeah, she's a turf. You see how sick this woman is? I keep asking that. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's like, wow. Now you might ask yourself, why would you just say that Raven is a turf? I don't understand. Like, what is the incentivization here? Well, now she's got a bunch of fucking dimwits in her chat that are saying, I'm not going to go over to Raven's channel. So I'm going to go listen to a turf help a racist out. Like, I don't care what they're saying.
I have no respect for Raven Star. Feral Girl, thank you for the super chat. I agree.
See?
Sometimes you got to weed. You got to pull out a fucking weed. And Rad was the weak link. She was the weed. So the group is stronger when you get a toxic piece of shit out of the mix.
Listen, do I have to go back to the beginning, y'all? Do I have to show you guys the Froggy thing? Did she not say the same thing? You guys, we got rid of the with the snake, and now I have the silver lining. You guys are my silver lining. If it wasn't for this situation, I wouldn't even have you guys. She uses the same method, and this was only 2 years ago.
In my opinion, no regrets at all. No regrets. Luna, thank you for the super chat. As a Mexican, adios, bruja, mala RadPlaid. I buy witch. I don't know what mala is, but I'm down with the buy witch. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Anywho.
Thank God.
Someone needs to protect turf. Well, that's cool. Rad can fucking sit there doing it now. I don't give a fuck. Fuck. And if you're wondering the No, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. I don't give these bitches any more attention. So
No?
that is the
Just 36 minutes, guys. She's not giving us any more attention. Just 36 minutes, give or take maybe 5 before she started talking about everything, plus all the tweeting that she's been doing afterwards. But she's not giving us any more attention, y'all.
is the long and the short of the story with RadPlaid. That is why RadPlaid is no longer welcome over here. You can't convince me that there's a context to all of those racist fucking messages. And I think it's pretty psychotic that a lot of people are stretching to try and find context in this community just because they hate me. We are going to accept and welcome in a racist because we don't like FFG. Can you fucking, what is wrong with some of you people?
Right. Kind of like how you accepted a grape apologist into your community. Her name is Shannon. Do you remember the girl that you did the interview with? Let me see if I can boost your memory. Hold on a second. Shannon, the friend of Chantel for 23 years that thought it would be appropriate to come on your channel and divulge all of her business for the last 23 years, as if she isn't identical to Foodie Beauty. How the fuck are you someone's friend for 23 years and you're not similar to them? Come on. Right? You had no problem with inviting her into the community. Let's take a look at what she says about Chantel's essay.
Like the French guy from when she was
the French guy from
16.
the youth. My God.
Yeah, that was my neighbor.
Ooh, tea.
Okay, we heard that, right? She says, "Oh, the French guy from the youth," and then calls it tea. And she's fully aware of the age difference at this point. She knows exactly what's happening, all right?
Yeah.
So it's real. This was the French guy.
No,
Was real.
it happened. Yeah, it happened, and it's
Did it happen the
disgusting
way
as
she says?
fuck.
The story?
Well, she seduced him too.
Did it happen the way that she said? Oh, it's disgusting as fuck. Well, she seduced him to literally victim blaming a teenager for a 40-year-old thinking it was appropriate to engage in whatever they engaged in. FFG has no problem inviting Shannon into the community. Why? Because it suits her benefit. She doesn't give a fuck about SA. She doesn't care.
Oh,
She's the one that showed up at his door.
allegedly.
Now, if you want to see what this is saying, because this is pretty much just only audio, if you want to see what it's saying, you can head over to my Twitter. Like I said, everything's on there. But basically, people in the chat started calling her out and saying, like, well, isn't that grooming? Like, isn't that predatory? And then FFG notices it, and then she starts like, oh, I better stop pretending this is tea. Fuck, I better act like I care. Right? But before anyone called it out, they didn't give a fuck, neither of them.
He was totally wrong for even, because he was like
Of course.
40 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now because the chat's telling you.
But it's not like she was taken advantage of, not at all. Like she was the one that went there. Yeah. And actually, one of our other friends was so upset that she's like, when Chantel told us, our other friend like burst out in tears and told Chantel she was a fucking whore because she was
Wow.
6.
All right. Are we seeing FFG? Did she say, actually, we don't tolerate SA here, okay? Even though I don't like Foodie Beauty, she was a minor here. We're not going to be victim blaming. Does FFG say that? No, she doesn't. Why? Because it doesn't suit her narrative. It was tea for her. She didn't give a fuck. That's who you let in your community, FFG, okay? So shut the hell up.
16, and this guy was like in his 40s. Like, gross.
That's disgusting. Like that guy should have been put. I don't know.
You hear that? That's disgusting. That guy should have been put in. I mean, well.
No.
Yeah.
Wow is all I can say there. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
But she'll be the first one to be calling someone else a grape apologist. I promise you, if she hasn't already, and I'm pretty sure she has. Why aren't you telling Shannon that she's a grape apologist and to get the fuck off the stream, huh? Let me guess. It's Chantel's story. Is that why? You didn't want to say anything because it was Chantel's story to tell. So I showed that clip because if you don't get my point, it's kind of just showing that FFG doesn't really have any standards, any morals, anything. She doesn't give a fuck about any of the social justice issues that she likes to throw around. So if you guys can't see already that this fucking menace doesn't stand on anything she says, and she's a liar who will just use anything to make her seem like she's not the person she is, to keep that fucking mask up, but it's slipping. The mask is slipping, y'all, and it's all over Twitter. Back to the bullshit, y'all.
That's family to me, and I will come for your throat. Just saying, Raven, thank you. Appreciate it. So, listen, everybody has their own personalities. I do not try to police the way people think, the way people act, if they yell or not. But you're not going to fucking come in here. You'll never be welcomed in here if you're a fucking racist. Never, 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 never. No. And again, they're trying to paint a picture like this is some smear campaign and the timing of it all. It's not us with the timing of it all. Rad could feel it was coming.
No, it was a smear campaign. This girl just be telling on herself every time she opens her mouth. 100% smear campaign.
That's why she nuked her Twitter and had gone onto socks like a fucking creep, okay? She knew it was coming. If you want to talk about the sus timing of it all, you should ask Rad about the sus fucking timing of it all.
Mm.
Okay.
You good? Oh, breathe in, girl. Breathe the lies in.
Good riddance to bad garbage. Jen, thank you so much for the super chat. I love you too, Jen. I'm sorry for what you went through.
Sorry, I don't know why this is showing up so horribly on here. Oh, it's better. No, it's pretty crappy. Sorry, I guess my internet's getting slow because of all this shit. But and there you go. There's Jen giving her a super chat. The same Jen that has been lying and manipulating the entire situation. Do you see why she keeps these people near? Tweet T also does the same thing. They're all mods. They fucking do free labor for her and they give her freaking super chats. And then they push her narrative over on Twitter and engage in her cult-like behavior. Why would you let them go? You would never let them go.
Through, and I'm really like, I don't want to sound condescending, but I'm really proud of you for speaking out because I know that you, Jen was like, oh, she tormented with this.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Inside, like, so Jen, good for you for speaking out. Nobody fucking deserves that. And she had the audacity to call you a friend. Ay. No. Granny on the loose, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm not brave. It's all Jen. I don't see what's brave. You know, I'm not. No.
Look at this. Of course you're brave. Look at everything you've been through, okay? Right when your mom was passing, RadPlaid had the nerve to have empathy for Negs and talk about Belinda. And let's not forget the fact that we've been engaging in blatant misogyny against you because you're loud. Of course you're brave. How could you ever go through it all?
Fuck that. We don't need trash in this group. It really pissed me off when they were saying how she would decide on the daily who she was going to verbally abuse in here. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? On the one hand, I wish everybody had told me sooner what was going on. But again, in the context of my mother was dying, I understand. They were trying to shield it from me. You know, even the comment that she had made in the Discord, she typed it out about Negs and the empathy. And it started a fight in the group because people were like, her mom is dying. Do you really think it's a good idea?
Yeah? Where are those receipts? Why do you only have 2 receipts? The one where you completely manipulate the conversation happening in the Discord with the whole B slur, and then one where you end the conversation and block somebody right when you're done speaking. Where is all of the, how could you have empathy for Negs? Her mom is dying.
You have to be putting that kind of thing. Like, she was trying to hurt me because that's what Rad does. She had a way to hurt everybody in the group that was just for you. The way I'm going to hurt you isn't the way I'm going to hurt the other one. And the other way I hurt the other one isn't going to be the way I hurt another one.
Sorry, I have to draw your attention to this replay chat. Okay, let's just go up because I know I saw fucking Grandma Spudbud's dumb ass over here acting like, oh, I'm just a neutral party. I don't care. I'm not a part of it. Love ya, my squishmallow. Really? Really? When didn't you just become a moderator? Where did you get this tight bond with Jen all of a sudden? Touch grass, okay? Go smoke grass, matter of fact, based on your name. Do something because you are desperate and lonely and you're pathetic by engaging in this stuff as a 47-year-old woman, as you claim when you responded to my tweet towards you, right? You're so mature. Love ya, my squishmallow. Go out. You have nothing to do with yourself? Then we got Tweet T with all the hearts. Everybody, oh, Jen, that's so messed up. Jen, heart. Jen, long live Jen. Hugs and love, Jen paint. Sorry, Jen. Do you see this bullshit? And they love it. They eat it up because why? They have no self-esteem, no self-respect. That's why they're fucking vying for this idiot, all right, trying to be approved by this evil wench who could give a fuck about any of you. Y'all are desperate, lonely. Get it together. Get some self-respect. Being crowned a moderator by an evil wench and having approval in, I guess, one of the biggest channels in the girl world space, is it really that important to you that you have to just lie and manipulate and engage in all the bullying and harassing and defamation? It's that serious to you? Losers. All right, and there she goes getting $2. Are you gonna give this $2? Are you giving that to Jen? As a Latina myself, my heart is with Jen 100%. Well, that seems to be Jen's $2. I hope you transferred that shit over to her. Do you see how she's profiting off of this shit? It didn't even have anything to do with her. Why did you talk about this in your chat since it was Jen's story to tell? I know why. Victimize yourself, make money, demonize RadPlaid for talking to Belinda or watching Belinda and talking to Raven. That's all it was about. Fucking nuts.
Everybody had their own little way. She knew how to get under people's skin and she would use that on us. And it grosses me the fuck out. Isabella, thank you for the super chat, girl. I appreciate it. All right. My armpits are sweating. That was not easy to get through. Again, like I said, she's a fucking sack of shit. But
okay, well, listen, what is wrong with this woman? It didn't even happen to you, right? Apparently the racism wasn't even towards you. You weren't even in the fucking chat. What are you so mad about?
For a long time, I considered Rad a friend, for real. And it breaks my heart. It really does, because I don't get close with people on the internet like that. I've been burnt too many times. So
right. So y'all remember her story, okay? I was invited, they were a friend group, and I was invited into the Discord, okay? And I wasn't really there because I was dealing with my mom's death. But you know what? I considered Rad a friend for a long time. I was close with her. Oh my gosh. Can you write your lies down, please? You're not smart enough to do this. If you were being cross-examined right now, guilty, bitch. You're going to prison.
Another lesson, right? Jesus. Janet Pirate, thank you for the super chat, girl. I appreciate it. So now my motto is just no new friends. No new friends. We got this group. The group is fantastic. We weeded out a sack of shit that I do. The group is better than ever. No new
just
friends.
like Froggy. What a coincidence.
But I'm sorry to all the mods. I couldn't tell you what was going on at the time, but that is why I unmodded everyone and why I was so angry as it was happening and stuff. After being lied to for so long, I was baiting.
Wait, aren't the mods the same people that were in the fucking Discord complaining to you? Isn't Jen a mod here? What do you mean you couldn't tell them what was going on? I thought you did. No, fuck this. I got to get this over with soon. I can't.
Her to ask me why. I just wanted to let her know exactly why, but she's too much of a pussy to ask. But she was not too much of a pussy to go over to Twitch and whine about it to Raven Start, you know? Okay, bye-bye. Graceful Dove, thank you.
It wasn't Twitch. Stop trying to get your people that are in the chat that might possibly realize you're full of shit to find the stream. It's not Twitch. It's on YouTube, okay? Which I'll be linking below.
For the super chat, I appreciate it. I'm old. We've been through some shit. You never just let someone walk on you. I've said this before, right? The second you let someone walk on you a little bit, they walk on you they stampede on you next time. When someone realizes that they can treat you like shit and you take it from them, nothing stops them. They only escalate. And that's what Rad had done, just escalating and escalating and escalating. So, not here, bish. EM, thank you for the super chat. Haven't been on Facebook in 3 years because of my dad. I don't regret it. I nuked my Facebook years ago too. I don't need all that fake shit. It's the same thing. Like, give me off the cuff. I like people when they're real. I like the real. You know what I mean? I live for that shit. Don't fake your bullshit, your fucking Facebook post.
No, you nuked your Facebook because nobody fucks with you. Okay? You are lonely. Your lumberjack is false. Okay? You have not been penetrated in years, bitch. Okay? You are just, you I can't. Okay, you know what? I gotta stop this shit. Do we even need to listen to this anymore? Let me see.
No, I'm not fake like that. And it makes me sick. I love all you bitches. Love you guys too. We have a really good group here. And keep in mind, a lot of the hate that is like, oh, fucking girl gang and the cult and the chinians and the da-da, it's because people in this community wish that they had a chat like we do.
Yeah. You know, how does she know, guys? Don't you love a space when you can ask someone, hey, what's the tea? And they go, calm the fuck down. Don't you just love it when you give so much super chats because you think this idiot saved a cat. And then when you want to say, hey, where the fuck is BBJ? We haven't seen BBJ. Why are the calendars ending? Can we have a proof of life? I don't want to talk about the fucking cat. Oh man, I really wish I was a part of that community. You win. You win, girl.
You know what I mean? We come here. It's almost every fucking day. We show up. We show up with the cleverness and the jokes and people watch this chat and wish that they could have that going on,
that's what
or
it
wish
is.
that they could be in the group, and they are not invited.
Oh man.
No new friends. Tragically delicious.
That's her on the same grooming bullshit that she was doing in the Froggy video, right? My little community, guys, you know, we love you. I love you guys. I love you guys. Oh, and by the way, she did delete that part out of the video, the part with what I showed with your mama, when she's like, Jen, Bambi, Sphinx, I love you guys. She removed it.
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I agree. You listen. I don't want to. I'm not trying to turn this into me, but everybody knows I've been fucking going through it for months now. Am I a little meaner than usual? Possibly. Am I more savage than usual? Possibly.
Meaner and savage is what she calls this shit, okay? Now let's just take a quick look over here at Jen Paints talking shit to this dumbass grandma Spud Bud. If it weren't for the small group I have, I would be the same. You are fucking weird. This is basically the equivalent of that parasocial cult that was going on, Twin Flames, I think it is, right? Where these people are basically operating a cult from behind the screen, managed to control people to the point that people were even allowing themselves to be misgendered and transitioning. That's how much they got into their heads. And then it's transferred over into real life. I would not be shocked if this woman is around in 5 years that we're not going to see Tweety coming out with a documentary about how she survived FFG.
I don't care. I'm not okay. You know what I mean? Like mentally, not well. Fully willing to admit I've probably been a raging bitch for the past few months, but I also don't care because I come here. I'm not taking it out on random people like Rad. I'm not going in and deciding who to verbally abuse every day. We come here and we talk about Chantal. We have exactly who to react to every day. And she's a whole ass piece of shit. So it's like funneling.
That's your twin, girl. That is your fucking twin. And I know that you don't probably weigh, I would give it maybe even a 40-pound differential here, all right? Because the way you looked 2 years ago, or was that a year ago, on Shannon's channel when you were streaming at Shannon's house, girl, I know you haven't gotten any smaller since then, okay? And that's why you're so mad. Your life depends on someone that you are, but you hate them because you hate yourself. It's very complicated. You know what I mean? And then you have to be constantly confirmed through all this bullshit where people are worshiping you, and you have to keep this mask up, and you will do anything, including the deep-seated lies and manipulation of people and the defamation of people and causing people heartache, making them feel ostracized, alone, and all that because you're a lonely bitch. It's very sad. But not sad enough that I give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the same energy you have for Chantal, I have for you.
Your rage to the right source. I have no regrets, and I don't really care who finds me mean in this community.
Excuse me, Nutbar. Chantal is not the correct source for your rage. What is happening here? Can somebody please? Now, I understand Chantal. I get it. I don't like her either. But does this sound like a very like mentally stable individual talking right now? Direct your rage to where it belongs, Chantal.
Like, okay, good for you. I'm the bad guy. It never bothered me before. It's certainly not going to bother me now.
Oh, it's bothering
also
you.
Not the fake one. I'm probably one of the realest ones in this community. One of. I'm not saying I'm the only.
Listen, anybody, let me guess, Yab and Sam are the other two real ones.
The only one, but your fake bullshit and all the fuckery, save it for yourself. I'm not interested. Sassy Mama, thank you for the super chat. I'm literally here for the yelling. Well, I'm glad you like it. Rachel, hey, thank you for the super chat. Why are they writing down names? Because Trashbag is a fucking psychopath. She's insane.
Here we go again. She's just crazy, y'all. You know what I want to do when I'm crazy? Write down a bunch of people in a chat. That sounds fun. You know, instead of running around naked screaming on multiple drugs, I'd rather do that. Do you see this woman is getting, I can tell that this is getting under her skin. I can tell that she is watching every video, she's seeing every tweet, and she's just trying so hard to spin this narrative with her fucking cult members that all the people over on Twitter that are talking shit, they're just insane. They're either insane or they're looking for clout or they're jealous, but she gives no backstory. It's because I talk loud, y'all.
They sit in here and they make like a list of everyone in the chat and people who've super chatted and stuff like that. But calling that out is a microaggression.
Right.
If somebody is behaving fucking unhinged, you better hope to God that they're white. Me, anyway, because I'm white. I can only call out somebody's unhinged behavior if they're white. If not, it's a microaggression.
That's right, bitch. If you ever call someone out for making a list, you are a racist. Oh my God. I can't believe these people believe this shit.
Says the has-beens of Haydur Nation, like anybody gives a fuck. Lil Nikki name, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Who's trash bag? Nobody put their name in the chat. Here's another thing.
Too late, Grandma Spud, but already did earlier.
I'm not giving these little sack of shit channels any more attention. There was someone, and it's not trash bag, it's someone else that I'm not even.
She's talking about me, y'all. Yes, that's right. I was in her chat listening to her. I became a reaction channel. And like I said before, my eyes were opened. Okay. But let's see what she says now about why I'm doing this.
Saying their fucking name. They had been in our chat for a few months lately and looking ass and super chatting and they started a channel. And guess what they did yesterday? They jumped on the crazy train and they have now been coming for me like a sociopath.
Yep.
Sociopathic shit on Twitter. So again, when I don't want to promote channels and I don't want to,
that's me, y'all. All right. I was in there licking ass, giving super chats. And then all of a sudden, I wanted to get what I want. I have a reaction channel. I was looking for followers that would obviously not follow me because they fuck with you. But like I said, make it make sense. And I never mentioned anything about racism, y'all. All right. This fucking idiot.
Have much to do with the people in this community. This is exactly why I have been burned so many goddamn times.
Oh, there. Did you see the Freudian slip there? This is exactly why I have burned. That's right. You have burned every bridge because you are a cantankerous POS. It's you. It's you that's burning bridges. It's you that people are realizing is the problem and calling you out. You are the problem. Exactly. I just love when the universe just like makes people tell on themselves. I love it.
In this community, I don't care to help some schmuck monetize their channel. Not that way anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. No new friends.
Bitch, I get money, okay? I make more. Listen, you know what? Let me not get into it. Let me not brag. Let's just say that I have no problem turning my channel into an FFG reaction channel. I don't care about monetization. Now, obviously, will I accept it? Fucking right, I will, because watching you and putting up with your lies and having to sift through all the bullshit, it's work. Okay. So you better fucking bet your top dollar like Orphan Annie, I'll take that money. But I don't need this. Now, I didn't really understand the purpose in this space, but it's to come for you every fucking video, just like you do for Chantel. I'll mix it up a little bit, you know, because I don't want to break TOS. I'll throw in a little splash of Chantel, maybe some other lolcows, okay? But you are my new 2024 lolcow. I have crowned you Renaissance, baby. Oh man, I know this is getting under her skin, bitch. You just hate when someone, especially a Black woman, isn't afraid of you. I know that irks the shit out of you.
Friends, we do our thing over here. I'm not trying to be all like, I'm telling you everybody who to watch. No. Don't fucking put that shit in my mouth either. Just so we're clear, one of the mods on this channel who is still a mod and who I love very, very much, and I'm not calling them out, but I love them and we all love them and they've been a mod.
Jen, Sphinx, Nemi, Bambi. I love you guys. Which one? Which one of you bitches are over there? And you know that the only reason why they're over there, I'll say it again, is simply because FFG has sent them, all right? Just to keep on what's going on, who are we going to watch. I promise you they have a list.
Okay. Probably one of my first mods. I fuck with this person heavily.
Pretty.
They are a member on Raven's channel. I don't care. No one's ever said, how could you be there? How could you? I genuinely do not care who anybody watches. I don't. But if you're going to be in there talking shit about me, I'm going to.
Does this idiot really think this is making people think that she's neutral? The reason why the psychopath is a member is because she's going to get access to things that people that are not members won't get access to. Durr. So she can come back and tell you what's going on behind the scenes, girl.
To find out about it. And I'm not saying that this mod was. It's part of why I respect the shit. You know, go where you want, be where you want. But it's like I had said a week ago. If you want to be somewhere talking bad shit about me, I don't have to fuck with you. Okay, Rad? None of us do. Or anyone else. It's not even just Rad. But watch whoever you want. I just don't fucking care. The whole point of this community is fatty reactions. Do you notice that every time Chantal gets boring, we all cannibalize each other? This shit happens. The fucking Frenchie's a racist bullshit happens. Every single time Chantal's channel goes back to fucking boring, that's the play, because no one has anything to talk about. I'm not.
Excuse you? You're the only one that's going IRL and driving out to fucking one plant, okay? And inserting yourself in Chantel's life, cow tipping so you have content. What are you talking about? Now because everybody called you out, it's because Chantel's boring. No, it's because you're fucking weird. You're a boundary crosser. You're so desperate to have content that you're willing to engage in even someone losing their job, girl.
I'm not fucking here for any of that shit anymore. I'm here to come here, chill with the group, do our fucking lives, turn off this piece of shit computer and go back to real life, because Twitter and the Haydur Nation and stuff, everything basically outside of this group, mentally fucking ill. And I'm mentally ill enough right now. I don't need anyone else's fucking baggage. Try to deal with my goddamn own.
Okay, so we get where this is going. I keep not wanting to end it because I want to know what other lies she's going to say that I'm going to have to address, right? But there it is. Everybody else is fucked. They're mentally ill, y'all, all right? AKA, please don't go over to Twitter and see what's going on over there. Okay? Please don't go look at Twitter and have them checking my ass, all these people that are just dragging up receipts, even though I tried to delete all of my Twitter. Please don't. 150 videos, please don't.
Ugh. That was a lot. I need a sip of my drink.
Fuck,
Feels
me
good to
too.
fucking get it.
Look, couldn't even get the lie out. Feels good to get it. The universe said, bitch, you're going to choke on those lies. It feels good to get it all.
No. That unicorn one is
oh, here we
not
go.
welcome here anymore either. Another thing. If you are going to come in here to learn all my mannerisms and basically steal everything I say, to go back over to your channel doing my shtick, you should probably stop jacking my shtick if you're going to come for me the way you did unprovoked on Twitter.
All right. Well, I'm not going to really get into this because that will be another video, which is the unicorn Pondue issue, which I'm presuming it'll be a lot shorter because he checked her fucking ass and showed the receipts on his channel. So she's not able to go on and on about it anymore and cause much of a ruckus. But she's lying there as well, villainizing unicorn Pondue. Why? Because you're intimidated, because you see that he's going up. You see people like him. You see that your subscribers also watch him. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, you moron, but shtick means a gimmick. That's not a word that I would be pushing around while you talk about how real you are. I'm one of the realest people on here, but don't take my gimmick though. Unicorn Pondue is nothing like you, okay? He actually edits his videos. He can talk about anything. He doesn't just sit there on a live and stare at the fucking video for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute, and just disappear and come back and go, yeah, right? Tuh. There's no comparison, and you know that. And there you go again, villainizing somebody else because you're insecure as fuck. Oh, and I just happened to pause this at the perfect time. Let's take a look at this super chat. Now, we're not going to be able to see it when it goes up on the screen because it's so blurry right now, but it says, I'm not a creator, just watching lolcow drama. When you tweak FB, sure, you make more money, but so do other creators. They should be grateful. Love ya, FFG. Keep being you. F microaggressions. This is what this person felt comfortable to say. F microaggressions. Like they don't even fucking exist. Or if they do exist, who cares? Let's see how FFG reacts to this super chat.
Unicorn Pondue. I had never said a word to Unicorn Pondue. Unicorn to Pondue decides he wants to get in with the Reddit hags. Peggy Hill, bitch, specifically, takes the shot. All I did was retweet with a GIF, and that was me attacking smaller channels. I have never said a fucking word to this person.
Just to clarify, Unicorn Pondue did not take a shot. She's just a paranoid, self-involved psychopath and thinks everything is about her. Just want to put that out there. And if you want to know the truth, head on over to Unicorn Pondue's channel.
But all I'm going to say, if you hate me that much, you should not be jacking my shtick. Find your own fucking shtick, you weirdo. 1027 Anno, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay. Can we hard pivot now? I'm a wreck. It needed to be said.
All that lying, girl. It's just exhausting.
We are pivoting hard. Queen Lee, you're right. Jen T, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Why doesn't FFG like Zachary Michael? I used to really like Zachary Michael, but then when I had beef with Charlie, immediately the old gang of Haydur Nation, they all band together. So he started taking fucking shots at me and being a real bitch. So I don't fuck with them anymore. I don't fuck with anybody anymore in this community.
Look at all the people she's had beef with, y'all. And she really is pushing the narrative that it's everyone else. We're all insane.
Don't make a fool out of yourself because of who you're aligned with. That's all I'm going to say. You look fucking stupid. Yabba's face waxing video. Thank you for the super chat. You're right. How hypocrisy they are. You're absolutely right. Okay, y'all. What do you say? Let's get into a little Chantal. We have talked enough about irrelevant has-beens in this group who will never, ever, ever be back.
All right, so I fast forwarded because it takes forever for all these super chats to come up. But if you can't see that says the Bergie for $9.99, I'm not a creator, just watching blah, blah, blah. At the end, keep being you, F microaggressions, all right? Let's see what she says. Now, normally, because they don't accept racism anywhere, not even out of context do we accept racism, okay? So she's going to obviously reply and say, no, the Bergie for. Okay, all right, what we do here is we acknowledge that microaggressions exist. I'm just saying I wasn't being microaggressive. Please don't make that statement in here. Come on now, have some respect.
My eyes are sparkling today.
Let's fast forward this and see if she ever gets to it and says it.
Sort of. My favorite tea is Earl Grey. And my favorite season is autumn. Really, Teardrop?
I don't know if it's just because I'm sick and like mentally half checked out right now, but what the fuck is this? Why did you even come live? She's got nothing to talk.
All right. So we see that how long went by and we see how long she left this super chat up. Doesn't even address that somebody said fuck microaggressions. We don't stand for racism in any context.
About sitting there eating your food, man. I hate this channel now. Not us over there, We knew it would be boring when she went back to Kuwait, but Jesus fuck, man. Why would you come live for 2 hours and this is it? Yeah, absolutely nothing to talk about, nothing to say. Sitting there stuffing her face. Pizza Kitty, thank you for the super chat. I agree, girl.
She read this one though, right? You see that? Do you see how manipulative she is? She made sure to leave it up there, not say anything. But as soon as another one comes in, oh, thanks for the super chat, girl. Huh? Well, there you have it. 2024's new lolcow lying and using racism as a way to punish a deferring cult member who was watching Belinda and talking to Raven. Can you believe that shit? And she got all of her cult members to come in and support her buffoonery. Yeah, she was abusing me too in the chat. Oh, whoever supports this bigot, yep, push the narrative, rush the girl off Twitter. The girl deleted her account, didn't want to deal with the shit. And this is where we're at. And she got super chats for it too. That's the craziest part. All right. So anyway, that's the end of my video. This is long as fuck. This is going to take forever to edit, but I will be coming out with more because I'm going to be addressing all of her bullshit. I'm going to be addressing Unicorn Pondue situation. Just saying. As you guys can tell, I like receipts. It takes some time, but yeah, FFG, I'm on your ass. Take care.